We welcome you to Ives Lamel Family Field in Brevard, North Carolina, here on the campus of Brevard College. We're back for football this weekend here on a sunny Saturday, chilly Saturday. Ryan Wilkes joined alongside Rick Green for a USA South Conference matchup between your Brevard College Tornadoes and the Huntingdon Hawks. We want to thank you for joining us on YouTube. Again, always free of charge in the world of streaming services and subscriptions. We're happy we can bring this to you free of charge wherever you may be watching or listening to us. We do greatly appreciate it. Rick, beautiful day for football. Some fall temperatures finally kicking in.
Yeah, it's a great day to be outside, and there's just a few clouds in the sky, and walking in was a little brisk, but I think that's what makes it fun.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a great game today between these two sides. Brevard coming in 4-3, 2-2 in the USA South after last week. A great win over Greensboro on the road after giving up the opening touchdown. Rick, we talked to Coach Kite about that yesterday and how impressed he was with his team's ability to come out and play with their hair on fire for the first time, like it seemed like in a while, that Brevard was able to really pin their ears back and have success.
Well, their recent form shows them to have very competitive play. And but it's been their season so far has been highlighted by close matches. So we expect to see a strong offensive performance from the Tornadoes, and indications dictate they are likely to edge out a win at the high scoring game that's we are predicting.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one between these two sides. Huntingdon, Coach Kite called them the gold standard in the USA South Conference, a team that year in and year out has one of the best teams in the league this year. It's been a little bit of a down season in terms of record, 3-4, 2-2 in the conference. But he mentioned on film, you don't really see the disparity this year with this Huntingdon squad. They've got one of the top receivers in the league, Tim McReynolds, who has 9 touchdowns on the year, top running back in terms of yardage, and DeRoderick Hepburn. So certainly some talent on this roster. That has not changed. But he just mentioned, there's not much that you can tell on film. This looks like a very disciplined, very good football team on film. Some of the results just haven't gone their way this year.
No, this is a good team. They've got a senior player in Tim McReynolds who is a wide receiver, but they let him run the ball on occasions and really move things around. But he's spectacular. He's had 26 receptions this season for 495 yards. And averages 19 yards a catch.
Now, on Brevard's side of the ball, offensively, it was a really good game last week, 34 points on the road against an in-state foe, Greensboro. And we've talked a lot about the running backs this year. Zion Fauntleroy McDaniel had been getting the lion's share of the carries, but believe it or not, Huntingdon transfer, Rayshawn Williams, was the highlight last week. He had over 100 yards on the ground. And we talked a lot about this reunion for Rayshawn, facing off against his former team, and Coach Kite said he doesn't really know what the reception is going to be like for him. Will it be a little awkward, or will he be ready to go and ready to give it to him today?
Most certainly, and I think you and I will be keeping an eye on that and encourage everybody else to do so. He was a good player with them, but he comes over to us, and he just, as you said, awesome game. He's got 190 yards so far, and as a kick returner, too. I mean, he gets – not as a kick returner. Correction there. But he averages 64 yards a game, and it's amazing.
Certainly talented, and we've talked a lot about that running back room this year, but a little bit of a change. Jaden Deaton started the season at running back, but Coach Kite mentioned that he has versatility to play multiple positions. He's really bolstered the Brevard secondary in his move to free safety, and he basically said Jaden Deaton has reinvigorated the back end for Brevard here this season. Just his athleticism really jumps off the page, and he's able to be a contributor back there.
Yeah, he is very high on Jaden. He thinks he's well placed, he's smart, and he's fast.
So it's going to be a great one here between Huntingdon and Brevard. A good Huntingdon turnout on the far side. A long trip from Alabama to get down here, but they're excited to watch some football here at the beautiful Ives Lamel Family Field. We're going to take a break on the other side. We will talk more about the starting lineups when we come back on the other side.
Bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy.
Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits. It's her!
You're not just tailgating, you're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today.
We welcome you back to Ives Lamel Family Field here on the campus of Brevard College as the fans continue to trickle in here today for this matchup between Brevard and Huntingdon. We'll talk the starting lineups now for each side, starting with the Huntingdon offense. Mentioned a lot about Tim McReynolds. We'll start with the offensive line here. Number 55, Desmond Harbor, the left tackle, 6 foot, 310 pounds. Left guard, Stephen Flagg, 6 foot 2, 280. Wearing number 70, the center, number 61, J.D. Hall. Right guard, number 74, Xander Early. And the right tackle is number 75, Zach Gaylor. Looking at the receivers here, we mentioned Tim McReynolds, number 1, 26 receptions, 495 yards, a long of 82, and there's 9 touchdowns. We mentioned he's averaging 19 yards a catch. As we go to the other side of the wide receiver room, it's number 2, Sam Bloodworth, a senior out of Pike Road, Alabama, 6'1", 185, 12 catches for 127, and 2 touchdowns. In the backfield, or the other receiver, number 12, Connor Cash, 5'10", 167, 22 receptions, 272, and a touchdown. He's averaging 12.4 yards per catch. So, Rick, certainly some receiving threats for Huntingdon today.
Most certainly. But I think the key element here is the head coach. Coach Mike Turk has been with the team as their coach for, 22 years maybe? And he's highly respected. We had an interesting conversation. He always, as you said, Coach Hyatt told us he's the gold standard in the conference. And I'm eager to watch what he does with them. This is going to be a good matchup. But what I love about it is we're going to get to watch Coach Bill, how he's going to adjust his team's game plan as the game goes on.
Yeah, and also in the backfield, the leading rusher in yardage. Right behind him is Zion Fontroy McDaniel, but the top rusher in the league is number 5, Roderick Hepburn, the 6-foot sophomore out of Tallahassee, Florida, 89 rushes, 526 yards, averaging almost 6 yards a carry, 3 touchdowns for him this season. That quarterback might see 2 guys today, but the starter listed is number 11, Jake White, the 6'4", 205-pound sophomore. 76 to 138 this year, about 55% completion percentage. 914 yards and 10 touchdowns, so 5 interceptions. And then also behind him is Knox Roberts. Both those guys have played in all 7 games this year for this Huntingdon squad, so I think we might see both of those guys today.
Yeah, he's got a good starter and a good reliever. Does Coach Turk in his quarterback situation.
We'll flip to the Huntingdon defense as we talk the Hawks first in the secondary. Number 12, Markel Jordan is the cornerback. Number 1, 5'11", 180. He's a senior, 15 tackles, a tackle and a half for loss, 3 pass breakups, a free safety. Number 19, Kalen Stapp. He leads that secondary in tackles with 27. He also has 2 interceptions for the Hawks this season, true freshman, so a talented player. At free safety, the other safety, the strong safety, number 24, Nathan Jones, 5 pass breakups for him to lead that secondary. The freshman out of Helena, Alabama, and the other corner on the other side of the field, number 13, Gus Johnson, the 6'2" senior out of Gulf Breeze, Florida. At the linebacker positions, number 21, Cameron Cooper, 6'1", 200-pound junior, 32 tackles on the season for him. The other linebacker at number 6, Joe Brunson, 5'9", senior, with 41 tackles this season. At the middle linebacker, number 8, Braylon Miller, 5'11", 212, 48 tackles, 3.5 for loss. And at the right side linebacker, number 9, Cole Sackman, the junior out of Canton, Georgia, 41 tackles. A lot of tackles at the linebacker position for Huntingdon this season. As we flip to the defensive line here, a 3-man set in the defensive line. Number 0, Corey Anderson, the defensive end, 6'2", 230 out of Sylacauga, Alabama, 21 tackles, 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss. At the nose guard, number 7, Robert Vickers, 6'2", 240, 28 tackles, 3.5 sacks for him this season. And the guy to watch out for up front, the freshman out of Montgomery, Alabama, number 92, Rashad Walker, 23 tackles, 8.5 tackles for loss, and 8 sacks for him this season, Rick. That's a guy that they're certainly going to have to pay attention to today.
Most certainly. They, and what's interesting is you're not going to see they're going to adjust to what what we do, like we're going to do the same with them. But I think that the thing to watch is those linebackers. You brought them up; they're very good. I watched the film on them, and those 4 guys come in strong and hard. But the reason they succeed is those 3 defensive linemen.
We'll flip to the Brevard side of the football now and start talking about the defense here today, as Brevard looks to have another impressive defensive performance. The secondary, led by number 3, Justice Redmond, 11 tackles, 3 pass breakups. Brandon Broughton's really come on as of late. Number 7, the 6'170" 170 sophomore to Lawrenceville, Georgia, 37 tackles, 4 pass breakups, 1 interception. He's coming off a performance against Southern Virginia a couple weeks ago that tabbed him as the conference's player of the week in the USA South. The freshman, number 26, DJ Stevenson, the other safety, 6'3", 185, 33 tackles for him, 2 pass breakups, and then the cornerback, number 22, Dre Burton, 5'7", 160, sophomore, 15 tackles, 4 pass breakups, and 2 picks for Dre this year. The linebacker, Bailey Ramey, 50 tackles for him, the senior out of Yadkinville, North Carolina. He's really been one of the leaders of this defense. The other linebacker, number 13, Mason Tanner, 5'11", 220, senior out of Newborn, Georgia. And at the right side, linebacker, number 6, Quintrell Bowman, 31 tackles for Quintrell in his senior season. A tackle and a half for loss and 1 sack. As we move to the defensive line, the defensive end that we've talked about all season is Robert Dorsey, number 15, 35 tackles, 11 tackles for loss. Had 3 last game and 5.5 sacks. Defensive tackle, big number 70, 6'3", 300-pound sophomore Cameron Eubanks. He really looks to plug up the middle today. And the other defensive tackle, number 0, Obadiah Grimes, 6'1", 260, senior, with 17 tackles, 3.5 for loss, and 2.5 sacks. At the other defensive end, really a 2-headed monster at defensive end is number 44, James Laycock, 6'2", 220, 20 tackles for James, 7 for loss, and 4 sacks. Rick, we talked about all season, just the ability of this defensive line to get home and create pressure.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I want to bring back and mention you talked about the linebackers, but in our meeting with the coach, he raves about Bailey Ramey, being the spark plug that ignites the team entirely with his leadership and play.
So we will take a break and then hear from head coach Bill Kite ahead of this matchup with Huntingdon, potentially have an interview with one of our corporate sponsors. We'll see if we can get them up here and get them on the air. But for now, we'll take a break and hear from Coach Kite, and we'll be back on the other side.
Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning-fast speeds and reliable service, but more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
Ryan Wilkes here with head coach of the Tornadoes, Bill Kite, ahead of today's matchup between Brevard and Huntingdon. Coach, you mentioned last week that this was the first time you really saw your team at full force and ready to knock some heads off. What did you like out of that performance last week?
Well, the first quarter didn't start out really the way we had hoped it would. But once we were able to find our rhythm offensively and find a groove on defense, the kids finally play to their potential. And that was something that we had been looking for all year. We had been working on individual skills, understanding scheme, but to see them finally play to their full potential was exciting for us.
So you mentioned that this Huntingdon program is a gold standard here in the USA South, and while it hasn't been the year they've won it, you mentioned you can't really see what the problem is on film, so you know what you're going to get today.
So for this program, yes, it has been the gold standard, as you mentioned, and most teams in this conference want to model their program after theirs. They use the blueprint to try to get it done. What Huntingdon does extremely well is that they make you earn everything that you get regardless of the phase of the game. They will never just give yards to you. So with that being said, you have to understand how to approach the opponent. Certainly you start with stopping the run. Well, they have the leading rusher, you have to stop him. If you do that, you now allow one of the most explosive offensive players and return men in the game to have a field day in McReynolds. So there's a good balance in there that you have to be able to identify. When it comes to our offense against their defense, if you want to try to run the ball, they have 3 linebackers that are in the leaderboard on tackles. If you want to try to throw the ball, now you have the leading sack man coming off there trying to harass your quarterback. And if you do try to get the ball off quickly, then you have defensive backs that can cover man-to-man and one-on-one all day long. So, again, it's going to be us executing properly and taking advantage of any possible miscues that you see during the day from Huntingdon.
So for them, 2 quarterbacks, I meant to mention this to you yesterday, 2 quarterbacks have seen a decent amount of time, Jake White and Knox Roberts. What challenges does that bring when you have almost a little bit of a 2-quarterback system going?
Yeah, so, you do your best to try to prepare for a certain scheme, but when there's different talents appear on the field based on which quarterback goes in, you just have to be aware of the substitution and then know what elements they bring to that offense.
So looking at your group today, what do you want to see your team build on from a really impressive performance last week to get a big one here today?
Well, I had to explain to them the definition of flash in a pan. So I just didn't want this to be a one and done for these guys where now they were able to accomplish what we were looking for all year, and now boom, they check that box and then now they check out. So we want these guys to be able to pick up where they left off, not come out here flat, jump out and take it from there.
All right, that's head coach of the Tornadoes, Bill Kite. I'm Ryan Wilkes. Had a kickoff between Brevard and back here at Isomel Family Field in Brevard, North Carolina. You just heard from head coach Bill Kite, who has his guys ready to go for this matchup against Huntingdon. As we're just about 13 minutes from kick. We're going to see if we can get Zaxby's in here in a moment. Talk a little bit about one of our title sponsors for this game. Again, Zaxby's, indescribably good, and I can speak on that. I love me some Zaxby's, so we'll see if we can get them on the air here in just a few moments. But the starters being announced currently, and then we'll get ready for kick here in Brevard, North Carolina. It'll be a fun one today between Brevard and Huntingdon. We'll take one more quick break and see if we can get Zaxby's back over here on the other side.
Bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy. Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits.
It's her!
You're not just tailgating. You're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today.
Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning-fast speeds and reliable service. But more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
bow time. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the Carolina legend can make your tailgate a winner. We're talking crispy chicken, made from scratch buttermilk biscuits, and all the fixins to feed your crew faster than you could say touchdown. Let Bojangles do the cooking. Order your tailgate today. It's bow time.
We welcome you back to Brevard, North Carolina, as we're under 10 minutes to go before kick between Brevard and Huntingdon. Rick, it should be a really good one today. We've talked a lot about this matchup, and you can kind of feel it. Huntingdon brought a good crowd. Brevard fans still coming in, maybe a bit of a late arriving crowd, but a good crowd filling out today.
No doubt. This is a big rivalry game. I get the impression my first season watching, but after talking to the coach, I think this is going to be, as I said to you on break, this is going to be a good game. We're up for. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of competition, and Coach Turk with the Hawks is set the precedent. He doesn't really change their game plans much. He does the same thing. He finds what works, sticks with it. But we're not. We haven't seen anything. We're not going to see anything we haven't seen, I think.
Yeah, and so after this game, too, enjoy this football game today, but stick around after. We got our opening round of the Women's Soccer USA South Conference Tournament. That should be a lot of fun. The women, rightfully so, are in the top seed in the USA South after a 16-0 regular season. They will host Salem at 5 o'clock and try to make that trek to the Conference Championship. It's a bit of a road for the Tornadoes, but going to start today here at Ives Amell Family Field, and we've got a great football game coming up between Brevard and Huntingdon. Rick, we talked a lot about Tim McReynolds, but also some other guys contributing. I think that's the same on Brevard's side in terms of receivers.
Yeah, Tim McReynolds is the guy. He does everything well. He's fast. In watching him on film, he gets down the field. They've got a guy that gets open, and they're gonna. How are they gonna do? You know, I love what Coach Hyatt said. You can't just put everybody in front of him to stop him because they'll find another way. So he's going to count on his defensive backs to tie up McReynolds.
Yeah, and you got guys like Connor Cash who chip in and Sam Bloodworth, so definitely other receiving threats on this Huntingdon offense that you have to be conscious of. But I think that goes for the same. I think it's a little bit more widespread with the Tornadoes with Adam Douglas, Reggie Taylor, and all those guys on the Brevard offense receiving threats-wise. And obviously the Brevard game plan has been to run the football lately with Rayshawn Williams and Zion Fontroy McDaniel, as well as Darius Billingsley, who we'll see some today.
It is really funny you say that because I know that early on in the season when we talked to the coach, if he didn't see passing touchdowns, he would think they lost. But he has really, his running game has come through for them. And here come the Tornadoes on the field. But it's going to be a great game to watch.
Yeah, so the Tornadoes and the Hawks both down on the field right now. We're going to take one more break and see if we can wrangle Zaxby's in here and chat to them for a few minutes, and we'll be back on the other side.
Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning-fast speeds and reliable service. But more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
Bow time. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the Carolina legend can make your tailgate a winner. We're talking crispy chicken, made from scratch buttermilk biscuits, and all the fixins to feed your crew faster than you could say touchdown. Let Bojangles do the cooking. Order your tailgate today. It's bow time. bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy. Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits.
It's her!
You're not just tailgating. You're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today.
Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning-fast speeds and reliable service. But more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
Back here at Isomel Family Field, we're getting close to kickoff. About 2 minutes here before we got underway here at Isomel Family Field. But I have a representative here from Zaxby's, Dietrich. Thanks for joining me today and talk a little bit of Zaxby's before we get kicking off today.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Zaxby's trying to bring the flavor back to Brevard, just like these boys out here on the field today. So, well, for a good game and a good win.
Yeah, there we go. You know, Zaxby's, it's my favorite chicken restaurant. But to others that maybe don't know too much about Zaxby's here in the area, what would be your pitch? Why to come to Zaxby's and enjoy some good food?
Come to Zaxby's, get a different type of chicken. We have our flavors. We have our things. We got our signature sandwiches, our lemon pepper sandwiches, our new rubs, new Zen wrap that's starting this week. A few other things new coming. So we want everybody to come down and enjoy.
So how do you look to, you talk about bringing the flavor back to Brevard. How do you all look to incorporate the community? You're a sponsor here for Brevard College, but how are some other ways that you get incorporated in the community?
We're trying to go out and speak to the schools, go out and we have people at the high schools, employees at the high schools, employees here at the college. Just go out, touch the community, let them know when they come in, let them feel at home. That's all we're trying to do, bring the home back to Brevard.
All right, Dietrich, we're getting ready for kick, so I'm going to let you go. But thanks for joining me for a minute. I'm going to get to Zaxby's here soon.
Please.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, that is Dietrich from Zaxby's. Again, one of our title sponsors today. Zaxby's, indescribably good. Go check out all those new items Dietrich was talking about and get involved in Zaxby's here today. Thanks to Zaxby's for being a corporate sponsor for Brevard College Athletics. We greatly appreciate it. As Brevard will field the opening kickoff from Huntingdon. Brevard in those black uniforms with the silver lids, and Huntingdon in the white uniforms with the red stripes and the red lids today for the Hawks. So we're about ready to kick. Actually, Brevard will kick it away. My apologies. Huntingdon will be back to receive. To start off today's action here at Ives Lamel Family Field. Beautiful day for football. Fall weather finally kicking in here in Brevard, North Carolina. We're excited to have your coverage here this afternoon. Tim McReynolds back to receive for Huntingdon. And it will be Sammy Vargas to do the kickoff duties. 15 minutes on the clock, and we're ready to roll here in Brevard, North Carolina. Great crowd on hand as Vargas will boot it away. Goes left side, and it'll be returned at about the 5-yard line. Takes across the left side of the 20s, wrangled down to the 25-yard line. Messiah Ramsour there on the stop, and Huntingdon will be set up 1st and 10. Eric Jones Jr. with the return, and he was quickly met by Ramsour. Decent return, but it's about same as a touchback here at about the 23, 24-yard line.
Yeah, good coverage by the Tornado defense on that coverage team.
So Jake White, the quarterback, and DeRoderick Hepburn in the backfield with him. Tim McReynolds out to the right, 2 receivers to the wide side left for White in the shotgun. First play of the game, White takes, hands off Hepburn. Hepburn met up the middle. He's got about 2 or 3 yards on the carry before he was met by a host of Tornadoes. Quintrell Bowman there, as well as Brandon Broughton coming in from the secondary. And a short gain on first down at 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7 from about the 27 for this Huntingdon offense. As White back in the shotgun with Hepburn on his right hip. Same formation here as White will roll out left, fire left. It's caught for first down yardage. It's Connor Cash as he's near the 50, and it's a first down for Huntingdon. Good pitch and catch there as Broughton gets another tackle. But it's 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line for Huntingdon. Nice little rollout there to get Cash in space. And get first down yardage for this Huntingdon offense. White back in the gun, Hepburn behind him. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff goes Hepburn left side. He's across a 45 and spilled down right at the 50. A 5-yard gain on first down at 2nd and 5.
Yeah, nice run, good defense. They tried to get outside, but defense covered them pretty well. So that looks like 2nd and 5.
Bailey Ramey on the stop. That's tackle number 51 for him to lead this defense. It's about a 6-yard gain, spotted about the 49.5 now into Brevard territory for Huntingdon on its first drive of the game. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff goes back to Hepburn. He powers through a couple of Tornadoes, and he's wrangled down at about the 47, spilled to maybe the 46, but he'll be spotted at the 47. Another tackle for Ramey, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and a long one here for Huntingdon across into Brevard territory. You'd have to think they would at least think about going for it here, if not able to pick it up.
Yeah, Hawks running that no huddle and getting their plays from the bench.
Eric Jones Jr. in the backfield here on 3rd down with White, a tight formation, a receiver tight to the formation, and McReynolds. And Eric Jones Jr. takes the carry. He stopped short of the yard to gain as he was tripped up at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down. Robert Dorsey there on the stop, and a decision upcoming for Huntingdon. It looks like the Hawks are going to punt. What a stand there by this Brevard defense.
Good job.
On 3rd and short, able to stuff Jones Jr. on the run, and Brevard will field a punt here. Looks like Jeremiah Lane back to receive. He had a big special teams touchdown last week, a kickoff return that went for 6. Snap back. Kick is away by Ginsburg. Goes back to about the 15-yard line. It will skip out of bounds, so they keep it away from Lane. And Brevard will be 1st and 10 from about its 17-yard line with 12:02 remaining in the first quarter.
And all you folks watching online, we're glad to have you with us. Send us a note. And as we get ready for the first look at the Tornado offense.
Yeah, leave a comment if you feel free to do so. It's always good to hear from the fans. As Brevard will have the ball on its own 20, so that one skipped out of bounds at about the 20, and Brevard will set up 1st and 10 with Ethan Beamish under center. Leave Rayshawn Williams, a Huntingdon transfer in the backfield to start us out. 2 receivers to the left for Ethan Beamish. Beamish takes the snap, handoff goes Williams up the middle. He bursts through the first line of defense, keeps the momentum moving, and he's tripped up at about the 25. As Williams has about 5 yards on first down, tackled by Cameron Cooper, the linebacker.
Yeah, it looked like they had him, but he kept running. He kept grinding it out to break through and pick up the extra yards.
Nose of the football in between the hash of the 24 and the line of the 25 for 2nd and 6. Beamish in the gun with Rayshawn Williams on his right hip. Douglas wide side right, 2 receivers to the left. And Reggie Taylor the second. Actually, that's Jack Spots out to the right. Douglas is split out to the left. Beamish takes the snap, looks to throw, throws the out route to Taylor, who tiptoes the sideline, makes the grab, and I believe will have first down yardage. And he will.
Great pass.
Yeah, the out route to Taylor, a speed out there. And Reggie did a nice job knowing where the sideline was, got 2 inbounds, and it'll be 1st and 10 Brevard from its own 31-yard line.
Good job by Beamish on finding his receiver, getting it to him right at just past the first down marker.
1st and 10 Brevard, under 11 minutes to play in this first quarter. Williams deep in the backfield. Blake Shepard in as the H-back. 2 receivers out to the right for Ethan Beamish. Ethan takes the snap. Handoff goes right back to Williams. He has another positive gain of about 5, make it 4 to the 35. That'll be 2nd and 6.
Hey, that was a good play. I was watching the linebackers on the Hawks, and they were all going the other way, which tells me that the fakes are working.
Kalen Stapp makes the tackle. Rick, another thing that I think we got to mention in the 2 standout performances by Rayshawn Williams and Zion Fauntleroy McDaniel, only 1 negative rush, and it was a rush of a negative 1-yard loss. So really these running backs have found space and been able to get first downs here this season. Beamish on play action, pressure coming in. Beamish has to roll out right. Good block to break him loose. Now he throws across the middle looking for Quinn. It was broken up by Joe Brunson.
We got a flag down.
Flag down the far side. We'll see what the call is.
Well, and it looked like there was I don't know what they were going to. I'm going to wait and see what they call, but I looked like one of our guys pushed the defensive lineman in the back.
Yeah, it did look like that in the backfield. I think the flag would have come from back there.
But it would have come from back there, exactly. That's why I'm reluctant to say.
So we'll see what the call is here. It might be a legal man downfield because Beamish was breaking the pocket. We'll see what the call is here once the officials sort it all out. The official stands on the 35-yard line with the football. 9:53 to play. No score between Brevard and Huntingdon here live on YouTube. And it looks like signal the Brevard sideline. There's an illegal motion on Brevard. The penalties declined to set up 3rd and 6. Probably the right move there. It would have only been a 5-yard penalty. So it's 3rd and 6. Tornadoes from Brevard's 35-yard line here. Just over 5 minutes into the first quarter.
Yeah, and for those of you watching online, the backdrop here of the campus at Brevard College, the leaves are turning on the trees, and it really is a beautiful day, fall day here in Brevard.
Sure is. The leaves turning, the temperature's cooling down. I think now it's probably inching into the 50s, but it was about 35 degrees this morning. Lots of fog. The skies have cleared. Beautiful blue skies.
Yes.
A beautiful fall backdrop here on the campus at Brevard College. Can't be more appreciative of that. I love the fall season, and it just feels right when it's football season. You're creeping in the 40s and people wearing sweatshirts and beanies and all that good stuff. So Brevard about to break the huddle. Still looking at the sideline. Play clock's not running. It looks like Bill Kite having a conversation with the officials here on the near sideline, maybe trying to sort out whether or not Huntingdon wants that penalty. It would make it 3rd and 11, so I think there is something behind that. Actually, I think it would make it 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11, yeah.
So I think it's a no-brainer to decline the penalty. I'm not sure what this discussion is about.
What's that? Oh, okay.
So the sideline technology
is
not working, and that was the stoppage there. So while they get that figured out, we'll get back to playing football. So no-brainer to decline the penalty and set up 3rd and medium for this Brevard offense. Jeremiah Lane in the backfield with Beamish. We talked a lot about him and his ability to run the football and the different wrinkles Brevard is possibly setting up for him today. We'll see if that comes to fruition here. As Beamish drops the pass, it looks right at Lane. Now he'll fire right. It's caught by Douglas as he's wrangled down, but not before he has first down yardage. As Nathan Jones makes his stop, but a good pitch and catch on a little bit of a curl route from Adam Douglas as he finds a soft spot of the zone in Brevard. 1st and 10 from its own 46.
Well, hats off to the offensive line, giving Beamish a lot of time on that play to find Douglas.
It looked like the primary read was Jeremiah Lane trying to get him in the flat and get him to the edge, but that wasn't open, so he had to look across the middle. And good eyes by Beamish to see Douglas open as he's under center this time with Douglas or Bolton and Spots to the left of the formation. Pitch goes to Zion Fauntleroy McDaniel across the right side. He has about 5 before he's taken down right near the 50-yard line by Cameron Cooper. And it's another 2nd and medium here for Brevard. Good job, especially on the first downs throughout this drive, to get positive yardage and not get behind the sticks. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 49. Beamish breaks the huddle. Bolton and Spots trot to the left of the formation. Douglas tight to the right. Running back in the backfield with Beamish on 2nd and 6. He puts Quinn in motion to the right side. Takes a snap, fires right to Quinn. It's caught. And he carries a defender for first down yardage as Cooper was hanging on to his leg. Couldn't take Quinn down before he got a first down. And Brevard now into Huntingdon territory. Another first down here on this drive.
You hit it right, Ryan. Quinn he drug the defensive player for the first down. He caught it about a yard short of the marker and just towed that guy down over to the first down marker.
First down Brevard at Huntingdon's 43-yard line with 8:13 clock stops as the officials so Cameron Cooper had to be removed from the game for blood on his elbows. So the clock resets at 8:20, and we'll run it from there. First down yardage for Brevard. And Brevard into Huntingdon's territory for the first time today. 3 receivers to the left, 1 tight to the formation on the right. Rayshawn Williams in the backfield with Beamish on his left hip for 1st and 10. Actually, that's ZFM. He takes the handoff. He breaks a couple tackles, and he spilled down across the 40 to about the 39-yard line.
Yeah, great run. He had to fight through the blockers and find some space there, which he did. And
Cole Sackman made the tackle, but another positive gain on first down that puts Brevard inside Huntingdon's 40 at about the 39-yard line, where Beamish breaks the huddle. Reggie Taylor and Christian Roberson to the right of the formation. Adam Douglas to the left of the Tornadoes. A running back on the right hip of Beamish in the backfield. He puts Reggie Taylor in motion. Takes a snap, drops to throw, looks left, he pumps. Now he'll throw deep. He has Reggie Taylor down the sideline. It's caught, and he's out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Reggie Taylor, again, cognizant of the sideline, made sure to get his feet in bounds on a ball that was thrown to the near sideline, and it's 1st and goal Brevard inside the 5.
Well, the Hawks can't give. Beamish had all the time in the world. He looked out there. He didn't have any pressure. A great pass by the quarterback.
Great throw by Beamish to Reggie Taylor the second. He's kind of been the deep ball threat. As I said, inside the 5, but the ball will be spotted at about the 6 or 7-yard line for the Tornadoes. As Williams on the right hip of Beamish. 2 receivers to the right, Amari Fowler and Alex Bolton for 1st and goal. Beamish takes the snap. Handoff goes Rayshawn Williams. He's stuffed at the line of scrimmage, and he'll go no further as it'll be 2nd and goal. Williams plugged up the middle for no gain on 1st and goal.
Yeah, you've got 3 tough defensive linemen on the Hawks, and they did their job on that, and the linebackers came right in behind them.
Williams checks out, ZFM back in, and a lot of the receivers that are the red zone threats enter the contest with Reggie Taylor the second, Alex Bolton, Adam Douglas, and Christian Roberson out there, and ZFM on the left hip of Beamish. He points out possible blitz here on 2nd and goal. Beamish takes the snap, drops to throw, looks middle. Now we'll fire middle back of the end zone, a little bit too high for Adam Douglas. Can't make the grab, and it's 3rd and goal.
Yeah, he had him. He just, as you said, a little high for that young man.
So 3rd and goal for Brevard. You'd like to get 6 here after that gain inside the 10 to Reggie Taylor the second. We'll see what the Tornadoes have up their sleeve here on 3rd and goal. Beamish breaks the huddle. Messiah Ramsour motions to the right of the formation. A.J. Hill in there as well for the first time, tight to the left, along with Douglas. He puts Hill in motion. Takes a shotgun snap, looks right. Fires right, looking same spot for Barnett, but it was tipped and broken up. And a hit on Beamish right as he threw it. And the Tornadoes will try and settle for 3. Same play, same spot, but same result.
Yeah.
On the throw to the back of the end zone.
Well put, Ryan. And it's a good play. They just can't seem to make that little connection, which we all talk about, to get the receiver to catch the ball.
Hayden Vandergriff will try a field goal. About a 24-yarder for Vandergriff. As the snap is back, holds down, the kick is up, and the kick is good.
All right.
Vandergriff puts it through, and Brevard doesn't come up empty on its opening drive, and it's 3-0 Tornadoes. We'll take a quick 30-second break and be back with kickoff on the other side.
Bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy. Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits. It's her!
You're not just tailgating. You're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today.
Tornadoes 3, Hawks 0 as Brevard knocks through a field goal. Hayden Vandergriff makes it 3-0 Brevard as the Tornadoes prepare to kick it away. It'll be McReynolds and Jones Jr. back to receive the kick from Sammy Vargas. 5:46 to play here in this first quarter. And Brevard got inside the 10. Was looking for more, but came away with 3. As Vargas trots up to the football and will boot it away. Kick all the way to the left side for Jones Jr. He fields it inside the 5. He'll try and sprint across the left sideline. He has space. He breaks away across the 30. And he's taken down, I believe, by Vargas at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, you could see they're not going to let. They're going to not give McReynolds an excuse to touch the ball.
Cannon Morrison also in the tackle. Rick, that's a guy that we saw contribute for the Futures team this year, and he's since been pulled up. He had a pick 6 a couple weeks ago for the Futures, and he makes his contribution there on special teams. 1st and 10 with Kenyon Watkins in the backfield on the right hip of Jake White. For 1st and 10 from the 35. White takes a snap. He'll flip it out to Watkins. He takes a swing pass. He's across the 40, tripped up by Jaden Deaton at about the 41-yard line. Good open field tackle by Deaton coming down from the free safety position. And he makes a stop. But a good gain on 1st down, 2nd and 4 for the Hawks.
Yeah, Dree Burton had him out there, but he just couldn't wrap him up and for a loss.
White in the gun with Watkins remaining in the backfield. McReynolds to the right, 2 receivers in Bloodworth and Cash to the left. White takes the snap, he hands off Watkins, and he's met by Obadiah Grimes and Cameron Eubanks. And it'll be 3rd and short again from the 44. 2 touches for Watkins in this drive, and he's accounted for all 9 yards. It'll be 3rd and short. Brevard was able to come up big across the 50 last time. We'll see what the Tornadoes have on this 3rd down and 1 to go. Rick, this is a no-huddle offense, but a little bit more of a slow developing no-huddle as they look to the sideline, and now White back in the gun. Watkins on his right hip. He takes a snap. Handoff goes to Watkins. The Tornadoes are there again.
Great defensive play, Ryan, there. They really read it and stuffed it.
James Laycock made the first contact. Brandon Broughton finished him off. And it's still 4th and 1. The Huntingdon offense still on the field. As it looks like DeRoderick Hepburn will check in for this 4th and short. Watkins heads to the sideline.
You made a comment right there about the no huddle, and yeah, it is a no huddle, but it's not.
Yeah, that's exactly right. 4th and short for the Tornado defense here. Huntingdon trying to pick it up here. White looks to the sideline. This might be a situation where you're trying to draw him as he motions Hepburn to his right hip. White takes the snap. They will run the play. Hepburn is met, and he will go no further. He stopped at the 45-yard line, and Brevard will take over.
Yep.
What a stand again.
Good play
by this Tornado defense.
Ryan, that was great.
Hepburn trying to keep the legs moving. All he needed was a yard, but Brevard came together with a host of defenders and able to stop him short with 3:32 to go in the first quarter.
The best part of that play was watching White, the quarterback, beg the officials for a better mark.
With video review, who knows? But it looked here like he was short as Beamish under center. He's got two receivers to the right. And Zion, Fauntleroy, McDaniel in the backfield. Shywan Grant, Adam Douglas out to the right. Beamish takes the snap. He'll hand off ZFM up the middle, and he'll have about 5. Rick, the push up front, especially on first down, has been really strong. The Hawks haven't had a chance to get in the backfield and create a tackle for loss.
You are exactly right. The line really keeping the defense at bay, and Beamish is getting time, and his backs are finding the space to get a. Even though it looks like it's bottled up, they're finding room.
2nd and 6 for the Tornadoes. 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Two receivers to the right. Fauntleroy McDaniel remains in the backfield with Beamish. Play fake. He'll flip it right to Tucker Cleary, and it's incomplete. There was a guy right on his tail. Not sure that would have gone too far. Nonetheless, it's incomplete, and it'll be 3rd and 6.
I love Beamish's double fake right there. That was pretty cool.
You see the experience with Beamish. It looks effortless, and he sells it too.
Yes, he does.
You know, it's just like a pump fake in basketball. It's only effective if you sell it. I think Beamish certainly did that time. Just dropped off the hands of Cleary, and the clock stopped at 2:50. Brevard at Huntingdon's 41-yard line. It's 3rd down and medium for this Brevard offense. Bolton and Grant to the right, Douglas to the left, and now Reggie Taylor II comes in motion. Beamish drops to throw. Looks right, pressure coming in. He'll fire right, has Douglas. He has the catch. Did he get the first down? He didn't. He's short by about a yard.
Right.
As Cabron Holly makes a stop. It will be 4th and inches here for the Brevard offense. You have to think you're definitely going to go for this.
I would think so.
It's a definition of no man's land. You're at the 36-yard line. You're not going to kick from here. And they're bringing in the heavy formation. Holden Trimnell comes in, as well as Tucker Cleary for 4th. We'll call it a yard. It's about a yard. 36. Brevard needs the 35. Beamish will go under center. ZFM deep in the backfield with him. Tight formation. Douglas split out to the right. Beamish takes the snap. Good play fake. He'll look deep. He'll fire deep to Messiah Ramsor.
Yes!
He has a catch across the 10, across the 5. Touchdown, Tornadoes. Really good play fake there from Ethan Beamish, and he puts it on the money to Ramsor, who finds the end zone. It's 9-0 Brevard, pending the extra point.
You know, you're not supposed to clap in the press box, but I can't help but on that one. That was such a great play. Good throw by Beamish. Good coach. Coach, good call.
The deceptiveness, too, just, again, 2 great play fakes. One you won't remember because it was an incomplete pass, but that time you think they're going to go right up the middle. They didn't. They went deep.
Exactly.
And Ramsor finds the end zone. Snap back, holds down, kick by Vandergriff is up, and it is good. Let's take a look at that touchdown from Ethan Beamish to Messiah Ramsor. Really deceptive play fake, and he fires it long. Ramsor had to hold up for half a second, but he had plenty of time to scamper into the end zone. 10-0 Brevard with 1:52 to play in the first quarter. Rick will keep it right here. Feels like at home, Brevard always has gotten out to a good start. You know, 21-0 against, or fell down 21-0 against Erskine. That was the outlier. Right. But went up 20-0 against Kentucky Christian, 21-3 against Southern Virginia. I think it's just about maintaining this momentum throughout this game.
Most certainly. This is where they hope to improve, is to maintain that momentum and not let the opponent gain any towards the end of the game. That's where we seem to falter.
And the offense has really been helped out by this defense so far, too. They didn't go for it on the first 4th down, which was a little strange that they went for it deeper in their own territory. They're actually across midfield the first time around. They decided to punt it away. Second time, another 4th and 1, couldn't get it. And Brevard was set up well. This time the Tornadoes come away with a touchdown. As Vargas prepares to punt it away, Jones Jr. and McReynolds back to receive.
Well, they got Eric Jones back there, and that's who's gotten each of the kicks. Let's see if he does it again, keeps it away from McReynolds.
You see the strategy. It's pretty obvious from Vargas. He's going to try and kick it away. This time it will go to the end zone. So 2 kicks to Eric Jones Jr. and 1 in the end zone. Pretty nice work from Sammy Vargas. It'll be 1st and 10, Hawks. After the touchback.
Well done, Sammy. That was a good kick, and the first 2 have been exceptional too. So, yeah, keeping it away from McReynolds is the name of the game.
Yeah, and McReynolds is such an effective kick returner, but he's only effective if the ball is kicked to him.
Exactly.
And I think that's the strategy Brevard has gone with thus far. Try to keep the ball out of his hands, and they've done a good job doing that so far as the officials blow a whistle. Play clock operator struggling a little bit today. Reason for the stoppage.
There you go.
As Knox Roberts in at quarterback. We mentioned that could happen today, and it will on Huntingdon's 3rd drive. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Play action. Roberts drops the throw. Dorsey bringing pressure, and he's able to wrangle him down as a flag dropped in the backfield. Rick, I think that's going to be an offensive holding here.
Okay.
And we'll see if Brevard decides to take the penalty. As Dorsey applied the initial pressure, Bailey Ramey came in to help him.
I had my eyes on the receivers and our defensive backs on that play, but yeah, they didn't get a chance.
So chop block is called on Huntingdon, and Brevard takes the penalty that will reset it at 1st down, but it moves Huntingdon deeper back into its own territory at the 13-yard line. So 1st and a long way for the Huntingdon Hawks. Not a great start to this 3rd drive, trailing 10-0. McReynolds to the left of the formation. DeRoderick Hepburn in the backfield. As Roberts takes the snap, he'll roll right, fire right. And he has his receiver. He breaks a couple tackles. He's back near the 25 in the initial line of scrimmage. Quintrell Bowman on the stop. Terrell Copeland makes the catch and dances away for about 10 yards. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 25. Make it 2nd and 12 from the 24. Rick, the glare from the sun on the field, it's kind of hard to see the different yardage marks, but we'll roll with it.
Oh,
here.
you sit over here with me.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's all good. You're right. We're seeing a good game.
Under a minute to play here in this 1st quarter. Roberts in the gun. Hepburn on his right hip. McReynolds out to the right, to the left of the formation for the backup quarterback. He takes the snap, 2-step drop, looks to throw, fires right side. It's off the hands of Copeland. Broughton almost got there to pick it off, couldn't do so, but it's going to be 3rd and long.
Good defense. Wins
Great defense
game.
in the secondary. Tim McReynolds has not been a factor thus far. Knock on this artificial wood in front of me before this 3rd and long. But the Tornadoes have done a really nice job in the secondary, really good job up front in the trenches on both sides of the football here in this 1st quarter. 45.3 seconds to go in the 1st. McReynolds out to the right, to the left with Hepburn in the backfield with Roberts. Hepburn takes the shotgun snap, 2-step drop. He'll fire left to McReynolds. And, Rick, I think I jinxed us as he gets across the 37. He's pushed out of bounds, but it'll be 1st down yardage. Yep. I got to stop talking about things sometimes, I just said McReynolds hasn't been a factor, and he picks up a 3rd and long to keep the drive alive.
Announcer. Well done.
No, that was, and there was no doubt from the snap of the ball where he was going.
Fires it right to McReynolds. As the clock heads back to 35 seconds. This game might be 5 hours long if our clock operators can't figure it out here. I'm just playing. They do a great job. 35 seconds clock will roll on the official signal, and it will as we spin under 30 seconds to play. Roberts in the shotgun. Jones Jr. in the backfield with him. Takes a snap, handoff Jones Jr. right side. He makes a move across the 33, and he's tackled at the 35.
Good stop by the defense.
as Hayward Pollard was there on the stop defensively. And I believe they're going to take it to the quarter here. It will be 2nd and 5, Huntingdon at the Hawks' 46-yard line. As we will head to the quarter, 10-0 Brevard after one. Really productive first quarter for the Tornadoes to once again take a lead here at home. We'll take a break and be back on the other side.
Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning-fast speeds and reliable service, but more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
Bow time. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the Carolina legend can make your tailgate a winner. We're talking crispy chicken, made from scratch buttermilk biscuits, and all the fixins to feed your crew faster than you can say touchdown. Let Bojangles do the cooking. Order your tailgate today. It's bow time.
Second and 5, Huntingdon at their own 45-yard line of the quarter break as Brevard leads 10-0, a field goal by Hayden Vandergriff on Brevard's first drive of the game, and then Ethan Beamish connects with Messiah Ramsor on 4th and 1. Really creative play call from the Brevard coaching staff to not do what is expected on a 4th and short and fire it long, and luckily Messiah Ramsor hauled that in and took it across the goal line for 6. Jones Jr. in the backfield, trips to the left. McReynolds out to the wide side right. Roberts in the gun. Takes a snap. 2-step drop. Fires left. Has his receiver. It's caught. Broughton missed a tackle. And now across the 45 into Brevard territory is Brody Covington. Broughton tried to make the play there. Valiant effort. He's a little shaken up after the play. Maybe fell on that shoulder. As head trainer Michael Capri will come out to take a look at him. Broughton's been so good for the secondary. And so he'll head to the sideline quickly with Michael Capri, who always does such a great job with the athletic training staff. 1st and 10, Huntingdon at Brevard's 45 with Roberts in the gun, Jones Jr. in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and McReynolds. Roberts takes the snap, hands off Jones Jr. He is about 6 as Antonio King makes the play at the 39-yard line. Huntingdon moving the football here on its 3rd drive of the game back into Brevard territory for the 2nd time today. First time the Hawks were in Tornado territory. It was a turnover, actually a punt. They punted on 4th and short, then went for it on the 2nd drive. As Watkins re-enters the game at running back, 2 receivers to the left, and Copeland and Bloodworth. McReynolds tight to the formation on the right. Watkins motions to the right hip of Roberts. Takes a snap, handoff, play action. It's fired left. It's deflected at the line of scrimmage. I believe it was King. He just made the tackle and makes a really nice play defensively to set up 3rd and 5. Rick, that play had a lot of space on the right side, and King did a really nice job to bat that ball away, making another 3rd and medium for this Huntingdon offense. Roberts in the gun, Watkins behind him in the backfield, Copeland and Bloodworth to the left, with McReynolds split out to the wide side right. Roberts takes a shotgun snap, looks left, fires left, has Covington again. He's to the 30-yard line, spilled down by Rollerson and Bailey Ramey. But it's a 1st down for Huntingdon to Brevard's 30-yard line. Nice pitch and catch there. Roberts keeping it simple on 3rd and 5, finding Covington, who has 2 catches alone on this drive. It's 2 wide receivers out to the right, Pace in the game along with Connor Cash. And Torrey Jones to the left. Roberts takes the snap, fires left. He has Cash, who will power forward for a 1st down. With Deaton and Rollerson there, but it's another 1st down for Huntingdon, starting to chunk away down the field now at Brevard's 20 and into the red zone. It's 1st and 10. First down and 10, Huntingdon. Deepest the Hawks have been in tornado territory so far today. 12:55 and a moving clock. In the second quarter, Watkins on the left hip of Roberts. Two receivers out to the left, one to the right. Takes a snap, handoff goes Watkins, and Dorsey plugs it up the middle. A short gain on first down. And it'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, the change of quarterback for the Hawks has seemed to benefit them.
It's been effective so far. It's Broughton there on the stop as well. I think it's really a threat for this Huntingdon squad to have two guys that can get it done. Again, both quarterbacks have played in all 7 games, now make it all 8 games for the Hawks this season, a true 2-quarterback system. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But for Huntingdon, 2 guys that have been effective this year. As Hepburn rejoins Roberts in the backfield, with McReynolds out to the right. Cash and Pace out to the left. Roberts takes the snap. He'll step up in the pocket and take off. He's across the 10.
Yep.
And spilled down right there by Quintrell Bowman. But it's another first down for Huntingdon inside Brevard's 10-yard line at the 9. Looks like Bowman a little shaken up as the trainers will come out. Sarah Woodbury and Michael Cabri will come check on Quintrell Bowman. Bowman's been really good, especially throughout the middle of the season. As they check him out. We'll take a break while they take a look at Quintrell Bowman. We'll be right back with Huntingdon having the ball inside Brevard's 10-yard line.
Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning-fast speeds and reliable service, but more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
Bow time. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the Carolina legend can make your tailgate a winner. We're talking crispy chicken, made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits, and all the fixings to feed your crew faster than you can say touchdown. Let Bojangles do the cooking. Order your tailgate today. It's bow time.
Back of the injury timeout, Quintrell Bowman helped off the field. Good to see him back on his feet. As it'll be 1st and goal, Huntingdon from the 9-yard line. Huntingdon trying to get on the board as Jake White back in the game at quarterback. Hepburn in the backfield with him. Cash out to the left as well as Bloodworth with McReynolds to the right. Hepburn takes the handoff up the middle. Nothing doing up the middle for Hepburn on 1st and goal.
And they changed quarterbacks again.
Yep. We mentioned Hepburn averaging 6 yards a carry almost, as there's another tornado down. Looks like it's Cameron Eubanks who's shaken up. Down on the turf.
Seems to be a hurting puppy.
As Eubanks
get up, son.
Shaken up. He'll get back to his feet. Look at that. Cameron Eubanks back to his feet, and he'll jog off on his own power. Good to see that. Eubanks, especially in the run game, so effective for the Tornadoes. And he will jog off on his own power. So we'll keep it right here as it'll be 2nd and goal.
A little bit of hitch in his giddy up as he gets off the field, but
he's certainly a big part of this Tornado defense.
He is a big boy.
As it'll be 2nd and goal, Hepburn remains in the backfield, and Covington, who's had a couple big catches this drive, will be tied to the formation with McReynolds to the right, Bloodworth and Cash to the left.
White back at quarterback.
White in the gun, Hepburn on his left hip. 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. He takes the shotgun snap, looks to throw, looks right, fires right towards the end zone. Was it picked off? It was. DJ Stevenson on the back right pylon makes the pick. It's a touchback, and Brevard once again bends but doesn't break in its own territory.
All right.
Now we're going to get to see what happens with the quarterback situation when the Hawks come back out.
Yeah, one thing I meant to touch on, these quarterbacks have been really good this year for Huntingdon, but now 10 interceptions between the two.
Wow.
As Brevard takes over at its own 20-yard line, 25, excuse me, and it'll be 1st and 10. Actually, make it 20 on the touchback. And it'll be 1st and 10 Tornadoes. Quick turn of events. We saw it against Southern Virginia the last time the Tornadoes were here at home. Brandon Broughton made the play right before half. This time, it's DJ Stevenson with a great play as the Tornadoes take over offensively. Beamish under center. Takes the snap, hands off Rayshawn Williams. He'll break across the left side, across the 30 to the 35, and shoved out by Gus Johnson. And a great run from Williams across the left side of the formation. And he has about 15 on first down.
Outstanding run on that play.
Mentioned Rayshawn a couple times today. The Huntingdon transfer gets his first big gain of the day. He's shoved out at about the 33. So it'll be first down Tornadoes from their own 33-yard line. Spots Douglas and Taylor the second, trips to the right. With Jeremiah Lane also out there. Nobody out to the left for the Tornadoes on first down. Beamish in the gun. He puts Lane in motion. Takes the snap, jet sweep, jet touch pass to Lane. He was met on the left side, but will cut it back to the right, where eventually he is taken down by Markel Jordan. Lane saw nothing, was home on the left side, so he tried to cut it back to the right, and he gets about a yard on first down.
Yeah, good. He ran 20 yards, but he was going east-west instead of north-south. And good. You have to credit the Hawks defense on that play, too.
They stayed home, and they did not let the speedy Lane get loose. It's about a 2-yard gain on first down, so it's 2nd and 8 for Brevard. Beamish under center, ZFM in the backfield. Two receivers out to the left. Puts Lane in motion on the right side of the formation. Fake pitch, now a handoff up the middle to Lane, and he powers forward before he is plowed down by Corey Johnson and Braylon Miller. Actually, that was just Braylon Miller on the stop. It's hard to tell. He has his jersey tucked in between his pads, so it's hard to tell if it's an 8 or a 0. But we see 0 out there. It was certainly 8 who made the stop. So 2 yards for Lane on 2nd and 8. And it will be 3rd and 6 for the Brevard offense. Roberson and Foster check in. Lane and Douglas head to the bench on third. Actually, Lane and another receiver came out. Douglas still in the game. Certainly a 3rd down receiving threat. It's Beamish under center. Now a whistle and a timeout. The play clock was dwindling down, and Brevard will burn its first. We'll burn a timeout with them, and we'll be back for 3rd and 6 at Brevard's 37 on the other side.
Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning-fast speeds and reliable service, but more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
Back here at Eisenmel Family Field, 3rd and 6 with 9:05 to go before halftime. Huntingdon back on the field. Brevard just breaking the huddle at the timeout. 3rd and 6 for the Tornadoes, leading 10-0 after a 4th down stop, forced to punt on 4th and 1. And also just most recently, DJ Stevenson with the pick to set up the Tornadoes with another quick turn of events. 3rd and 6, Beamish ready to break the huddle for the Tornadoes, trying to pick this up and keep this drive moving, trying to extend this lead to 3 scores in the first half. Beamish in the gun with his ZFM on his left hip. 2 receivers in Bolton and Douglas to the right. As Ramsour, the touchdown scorer, comes in motion. Beamish takes the snap, 2-step drop, fires left, was looking for Ramsour, but he tripped, and it's incomplete with Cole Sackman on the coverage, and Brevard will punt. It looked like that might have been there, but Ramsour got his foot caught in the turf and slipped up. And Brevard will punt for the first time today.
Yeah, that's a little misfortune for the Tornadoes, because he had the guy beat, but he just got his feet tangled up and couldn't get to the ball.
Now this will be interesting. Sammy Vargas has done a really nice job keeping the ball away from Tim McReynolds, but he's the only guy he can kick to back there, standing about the 27-yard line.
Yep.
So we'll see what Sammy's able to do here. Try and keep the ball out of the hands of the dangerous Tim McReynolds. Vargas takes the snap, gets a good punt away. It's the end-over-end kick that puts McReynolds back to his own 20-yard line. He's trying to find space. He cuts it back to the right side. He's across the 20 to the 25 and spilled down at about the 25-yard line, pushed out of bounds. Good job by the Tornadoes, rally to the football there to limit the effectiveness of McReynolds, who was thrown off a little bit. He had to run back to catch that football.
He's a slippery little devil. They kept looking like they had him, but he kept finding a way not to be tackled.
So 1st and 10, Huntingdon. I believe they'll be right at their own 25-yard line. The referee's standing at the 24, so maybe that's where they'll spot it for 1st and 10 with 8:48 to go before halftime.
And the Tornadoes with a 10-0.
So formation penalty on Brevard that will give, I didn't even see the flag sitting there at about the 42. So we'll give Huntingdon an extra 5 yards to pad the field position a little bit. Not a backbreaker penalty there. Brevard's been good, disciplined so far with the penalties, which have been an issue in past weeks.
Yeah. And that's a weird penalty.
So 81, Josh Quinn was lined up in the frame of the center.
Yeah.
You saw Vargas trying to direct his guys, and maybe that's where that penalty came from.
Very possibly.
So 1st and 10, Huntingdon. White will be the quarterback on this drive. We saw a little bit from Knox Roberts. White did throw the interception, but he's back there at quarterback with Jones Jr. with him in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the wide side right. He takes the snap, play action. White will float it across the middle, looking for Cam Hall. He was open, just couldn't get it there. A little bit too much on that. It'll be 2nd and 10. Right down the middle, right down the seam was Cam Hill. He was open. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 30. Jones Jr. still in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left. Pace and Cash. McReynolds to the wide side right. Hill comes in motion. White takes a snap. He's looking the way at Pace. He has him. Good block on the left side, but not much space for him. The ball's punched out. It's on the sideline, trying to punch it back inbounds, and Pace was there to pick it up. It looks like Ramey was there to punch it out. Really athletic play on the sideline to try and scoop it back into play.
Yeah, that was awesome. They really did a good hit. Ramey right there, and the coach says Ramey's the guy that makes things happen.
Good heads-up play by Pace, too, who caught the pass initially to jump back on that football when it was deflected back in the field of play. But it will be 3rd and long, 3rd and about 12 for this Huntingdon offense. Jones Jr. in the backfield. McReynolds comes in motion. Now whistles blow. Play clock under 5 seconds. And Huntingdon will have to burn a timeout. Confusion on the Huntingdon sideline. And that will lead us to a timeout before 3rd and 12. We'll take a break with them and come back with a long 3rd down for Huntingdon. We'll see what they have on the other side.
Bow time. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the Carolina legend can make your tailgate a winner. We're talking crispy chicken, made from scratch buttermilk biscuits, and all the fixings to feed your crew faster than you can say touchdown. Let Bojangles do the cooking. Order your tailgate today. It's bow time.
3rd and long for the Huntingdon offense on its own 27-yard line. White in the gun, Jones Jr. on his left hip. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left in Copeland. Now looked like Brevard jumped it. Was it a false start or an offside? Officials discussing. It looked like from here, Brevard was the one that jumped. But sometimes even just a flinch. There was 2 guys on both sides of the line.
Yep.
And it will be an offside on Brevard. So that makes this third down a bit more manageable, moves it from 3rd and 12 to 3rd and 7. And you could kind of tell that was an offside because 2 guys jumped. Usually if it's a false start, it'll be the guy that's lined up in front of the man that commits the penalty.
Yeah.
That time, both sides of the line jumped to Laycock and Dorsey. And it will be 3rd and 7 now from the 32. Jones Jr. still in the backfield. 3 receivers to the right, 1 on the left. Same formation here for Huntingdon. White takes the snap. 1-step drop, fires right. It's incomplete. He is met by Bailey Ramey.
Yes.
Intended for McReynolds. He was rocked, and now a flag on the far sideline. I can't imagine they're going to call Bailey Ramey on that hit. That was a textbook
I thought so.
breakup as the flag sits at about the 39.
And Ramey had him sights on McReynolds from the snap. It was a great play to watch. He was totally dialed in.
And McReynolds was ducking down to catch the football. Ramey did exactly what any player would do. He sees the ball float into the receiver on the far side.
Try to break up the pass. Yeah, you're right.
As the officials discuss, that would be tough to swallow. On what looked like a great 3rd down stop by this Brevard defense yet again. As the officials continue to conversate with 8:31 to go in the second quarter. Here's a call coming up. We're waiting for it still.
Exactly.
And that's the right call.
That is the right call.
It was a textbook hit from Ramey. I can see where the pause would come there on a hit that was maybe a little up high. But a good play by Ramey that certainly played a role in McReynolds being unable to make that catch. And Huntingdon will punt again with Ginsburg and Lane back to receive. Good snap to Ginsburg. He gets a good punt away, a spiraling punt high into the blue sky here in Brevard. As Lane bobbles it, and Huntingdon able to jump on the football. It was at the break the Hawks needed. It was recovered by number 59. As Lane couldn't handle it, maybe lost it in the sun.
Oh, Ryan, that was just, and he may have, but it hit him in the hands.
So a break for Huntingdon. The Hawks will have it 1st and 10 from Brevard's 33. And this defense forced to come back on the field. White in the gun with McReynolds to the left. Cash and Bloodworth out to the right with Hepburn in the backfield. White takes the snap, handoff goes to Hepburn. He is met in the backfield by Broughton and Grimes as Grimes ropes him down, and it's a no gain on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Good gang tackling there by Broughton and Grimes. No gain. Ball still sits at the 33 as the clock spins under 8 minutes to play in the second quarter.
Trey Burton doing a good job trying to keep McReynolds from getting open and sticking with him.
White in the gun, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. White rolls out right, fires right to Cash. It's caught. He's shoved out of bounds by Redmond. And it'll be 3rd and short, about 3rd and 3 for this Hawks offense. Actually, it'll be 3rd and 5. He's pushed out of bounds at about the 27. White calling out the play to his offense here on another 3rd down. This defense asked a lot here after the muffed punt. 2 receivers tied to the formation and Cash and McReynolds. White hands off Hepburn. He's met up the middle. He will not add the 1st down.
Nope.
It'll be 3rd and about 3 as Cameron Eubanks plugs it up. We talked about how effective he is in the run game, and he makes a stop right there. And certainly 4-down territory here, down 10-0. And Huntingdon will stay on the field and go for it. White looks to the sideline, gets the call from the Huntingdon side as we're under 7 minutes to play before halftime. Hepburn remains in the backfield, still a tight formation for the Hawks. As White calls out maybe a blitz here up the middle. Takes the snap, two-step drop, looking right. He'll fire right, has Cash for first down yardage, and he carries Rollerson inside the 20 to about the 15. And it's first down for Huntingdon now inside Brevard's red zone. He carried Rollerson to the 15-yard line. It's 1st and 10 Huntingdon as we spin towards 6 minutes to play. Huntingdon moving quickly. White takes the snap. Handoff goes Jones Jr. He breaks across the right side, and he's inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line to set up 2nd and short. Rollerson makes his stop again, but a good gain on first down. Make it like 2nd and 3 here for White and this Huntingdon offense. White in the gun, Jones Jr. on his right hip, McReynolds to the right, Cash and Copeland and Bloodworth to the left. Handoff goes back to Jones Jr. He'll have first down yardage, and he's spun down inside the 5 at the 4. Rollerson there again with James Laycock. 1st and goal, Huntingdon trying to cut into this 10-point deficit that Brevard was able to build early in this contest. Unable to add to it since. Looked like Brevard was going to be getting the football back, but a muffed punt set up Huntingdon well. And the Hawks look to take advantage. It looked like Brevard jumped there. Might be a free play. A fire to the end zone, and there is McReynolds. Touchdown in the back of the end zone. 10th touchdown of the year for Tim McReynolds.
Now let's see what the call is.
It's going to be offside, I believe,
I think
on Brevard.
I agree
like
with
they
you.
Jumped.
Yep. But I saw the defensive line or the offensive lineman jump up too, but I just couldn't tell when it was.
And it is an offside. So touchdown Huntingdon.
Yep.
White to McReynolds. We were waiting to see when he was going to become an impact player, and there it is right there. 10th touchdown of the season for McReynolds, and the extra point coming up by Drew Ginsburg.
Right.
To try and make it 10-7. 4:51 to go, pending the extra point here. Snap is back, holds down. The kick is up from Ginsburg. It's a high arcing kick that is through the uprights and good. 10-7 as we take a look at that connection. Jake White to Tim McReynolds. That's happened a lot this year. And it was a free play. Why not throw it to the back of the end zone, try and find your guy? And Huntingdon certainly does, as we'll keep it right here. The Hawks already back out on the field to do the kicking duties here, with Lane and Roberson back to receive the kick. 10-7, Brevard leads.
Well, and the muffed punt becomes a costly mistake.
It certainly does.
And the Tornadoes have to get back down the field and make it a two-score game again.
4:51 left in the half. 2 timeouts for the Tornadoes. Certainly plenty of time to put something together at the end of the half. And again, we've talked about end of half into the start of the second and how important that is. It's certainly a factor here for Brevard, who will get the ball out of the halftime break. We're waiting for a football here, it seems. An empty tee for Drew Ginsburg, and the official has it. So get ready to kick this one away. Brevard looking to get the football back and create something with under 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Ginsburg set to do the kicking duties. As Lane and Roberson ready to return. A long-awaited kick from Drew Ginsburg.
Ginsburg has a strong foot.
He sure does. You saw it on an extra point as well. As he trots up to the tee, and he'll boot it away. A high arcing kick all the way back to the 3-yard line. Lane fields it As he sprints across the middle, he has space. There goes Jeremiah Lane. He has a kicker to beat. Jeremiah Lane down the sideline, and he spun down inside the 30. What a return from Jeremiah Lane.
Great.
Who instantly makes up for that muff punt and sets up Brevard 1st and 10 inside the Huntingdon 30.
Great run by Lane, and he just, that was it. The sophomore really came through on that play.
Flips the field. Brevard 1st down and 10 from Huntingdon's 25. He had a kick return touchdown last week. He picks up right where he left off. And about a 75-yard return. He fielded it inside the 5 near the goal line.
Yeah.
As Beamish will start under center with ZFM in the backfield. Douglas split out to the wide side left. Fowler and Cleary in the formation tight to the right. Beamish takes the snap, handoff goes. Fontroy McDaniel up the middle. He'll have about 3 on 1st down before he's met by a couple of Hawks. Fred Lawson and Braylon Miller in on the stop at the 22-yard line. So 3 yards on 1st down, 2nd and 7 coming up for the Tornado offense. Rick, we talked about the importance of pushing this back to a 2-score lead, and Brevard is not going to be too quick to break the huddle here as we approach 4 minutes to play before halftime. You like to limit the amount of time that Huntingdon has at the end of the half to create a drive. That's play clock under 10 seconds, now under 5. Beamish under center, ZFM in the backfield with him. Play fake. He looks deep. He tries to break the pocket. Now he'll fire left side, and it's incomplete. Intended for Herbert Pringle the 4th. Who's another guy that we saw on the Futures team to start the year. He's made his way to the Elder squad, but couldn't find him there on 2nd and 7.
A lot of fun watching the center on that play. He's that freshman is
Bryce Shoemake there in the middle.
Just so good.
Yeah, he's been really impressive this year. The true freshman center created enough time for Beamish to get that throwaway. As it's 3rd and 7 Tornadoes at Huntingdon's 22-yard line. ZFM on the right hip as A.J. Hill comes in motion. Play clock under 5, and now Brevard's going to call a timeout. Bill Kite not happy there with the execution as him and Ethan Beamish have a conversation.
Yes, they
we'll
do.
Take a break with them as they sort it out and get ready for this 3rd and 7 on the other side.
Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning-fast speeds and reliable service, but more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
Third and 7 for the Brevard offense at Huntingdon's 22. Set up really well after a great Jeremiah Lane return. And Rick, it looked like Brevard was going to be content milking the clock and trying to score, but after an incompletion on 2nd and 7, it's 3rd and 7. Brevard having to burn a timeout, one of 2 that they had remaining. Beamish will be in the gun. ZFM on his right hip. 3 receivers to the right, 1 split out wide side left for Beamish on 3rd down. Hill comes in motion. Beamish takes the snap, 2-step drop, looking to throw. Pressure coming in. He has to roll out right. Now he fires right, looking for spots, and it's incomplete. 4th down for Brevard, 4th and 7, and Brevard will try a kick here, it looks like. It'll be a 40-yard kick for Vandergriff. So Hayden Vandergriff trying a long kick here from about 40 yards out. That would make it 13-7. You can't pump from here, and it'd be tough to go for on 4th and 7. So we'll see if Vandergriff has the leg here with 3:43 to play before halftime. Snaps back, hold us down. The kick is up. It's got the leg, and it is good. Hayden Vandergriff from 40 knocks it through, and Brevard leads 13-7. What a kick there from Vandergriff.
That was awesome, and I didn't want to jinx him, but I had the confidence Vandergriff could do it. He's getting better. He's gotten better as the season's gone on.
So Vandergrift knocks through a 40-yarder, 39 officially. Still a really impressive kick from Vandergrift.
Yes.
And it's 13-7 Tornadoes with 3:38 to play before the halftime break. Brevard's kicking unit back out on the field. Huntingdon ready to receive this kick with 3:38 to play with McReynolds and Jones Jr. back out there. It looks like they've flipped McReynolds and Jones Jr. See if Vargas can boot it to the other side of the field and keep it away from McReynolds here. As Sammy Vargas back out to do the kicking duties. McReynolds and Jones Jr., both dangerous return men. Back to receive this kick from Vargas. Really pick your poison here if you're Sammy as he trots up to the football and kicks it away right down the middle. And it'll be another touchback.
Good job.
Great job by Sammy putting it all into that kick. Yep. It will be 1st and 10 Huntingdon from their own 25-yard line. 13-7 Brevard after the 39-yard field goal from Hayden Vandergrift. As Huntingdon comes back on the field offensively, Jake White, the quarterback again for this drive. So Knox Roberts for one. It's been Jake White the majority of the way. A little bit up, a little bit down for White. A touchdown and an interception so far today. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right of the formation for White. Takes a snap, hands off Watkins right side, and he doesn't have much of anything on first down as he's spun down by Cameron Eubanks.
Good job by the defense, Ryan. They really stuffed that one.
Absolutely. If anything, a 1-yard gain there for Watkins on 1st and 10. White back in the gun with Watkins on his left hip. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right with just about 3 minutes to play. Handoff goes right back to Watkins. He does have space this time. He gets across the 35.
Yep.
He's pushed out by DJ Stevenson. And his first down yardage to about the 37.
Good run for the Hawks. That was well executed.
Got him out to the boundary, and he had space on that right side to pick up first down yardage. As Huntingdon taking their time here, approaching the 2-minute timeout here in this first half. White takes the snap, play action, fires it left side to Cash. Broughton again couldn't make the tackle, but Grimes is there to clean it up. Broughton has been there in the backfield, but those little chip blocks have been able to keep Brandon Broughton at bay. So a positive gain on what looked like it could go for a loss there. But it's 2nd and 5 from the 41 for Huntingdon. As we approach the 2-minute timeout, we'll see if the Hawks decide to take it there or run one more play. It looks like they will. As you look to the officials, says we're going to take this thing the 2-minute timeout.
Yep.
Huntingdon heads back to their sideline. Brevard to its respective sideline, and we'll take the 2-minute timeout with them. 13-7 Tornadoes, 2 minutes to play before halftime. We'll be right back.
Bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy. Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits. It's her!
You're not just tailgating. You're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today.
Second and 6, Hawks out of the 2-minute timeout. Brevard leads 13-7. And we'll get the ball after the break. So an opportunity to potentially get a stop here and get the ball back with a 1 timeout to work with. We'll see what happens here on 2nd and medium.
Reynolds out to the left.
And McReynolds to the left, 2 receivers to the right with Hepburn in the backfield. As White takes a snap, hands off.
Nice
Hepburn.
run.
He's able to break a tackle, get near midfield, and he breaks another big hit. And the ball came out. Does Brevard have it? The Tornadoes are signaling that they do. Hepburn was trying to get extra yardage, and it seems like the Hawks jumped on it, and they did, fortunately. And they're into Brevard territory across the 50. You could see the empty hands of Hepburn at the end of that run. Good job by the Hawks offensive line to jump on that.
Okay.
As flag recovered at the offensive lineman, the left guard able to jump on it as White takes a snap, play action, one-step drop, fires long, looking for McReynolds.
Good
and
job.
It's broken up by Dre Burton. And now they're going to throw a flag.
Now what's the flag for?
Not sure I agree with that call.
I can tell you right now that number 22 for us, and I'm just having to go off my 20, but the play was good. He didn't have his hand on the receiver. No, that was a good defensive play, unless the penalty occurred before that.
And McReynolds shaken up here on the near sideline as Tornadoes athletic training staff as well as Huntingdon's comes over to check on him. McReynolds a great player for the Hawks this season. We're gonna take a break while they check him out, and hopefully he's all right when we come back.
Gotcha. Yeah, he's.
Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning-fast speeds and reliable service. But more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
Back here at Izamel Family Field, good to see Tim McReynolds back on his feet, jogging back to his sideline. The call was pass interference on the Tornadoes, a 15-yarder that moves Huntingdon to Brevard's 32-yard line. Rick, looked like from here it was clean coverage, maybe something on the back end that caused that penalty.
Right. Yeah, because it wasn't on the official. When the pass got to the guy, he was cleanly defended. But something after that, maybe.
A minute and a half to play before the halftime break. Brevard holds a 6-point lead over Huntingdon. But the Hawks are threatening here, and it would be big for Coach Turk's squad to get a touchdown here and take the lead before the break. And even if Brevard does score after half, it's still just a one-possession game. We'll see what the Hawks have with the remaining minute and a half. Is White in the gun. Jones Jr. in the backfield with him on his right hip. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. White takes the snap, he'll hand off up the middle. Jones Jr. is tripped up after a gain of a yard.
Outstanding.
Ramey again there on the stop. Bailey Ramey, what more can you say about that guy? He has been playing with his hair on fire the past few weeks.
Well, he hits the guys so well and so hard that they think he's targeting. I mean, that's hilarious.
It's almost a compliment if you're a football player.
It is.
And Coach Kite mentioned a situation at Greensboro that went the same. Or just such a loud hit that you almost assume it's illegal. As White takes a snap, play action, fires it right side. Dorsey almost had it, but Cash has first down yardage, and he's spilled inside the 15. That was almost a huge play for the Tornado defense. as Dorsey puts his hands on his helmet. That ball went right through his hands, found the waiting arms of Cash, and it's a first down for Huntingdon at Brevard's 16-yard line.
Now they got to, if they're going to get in the end zone, Huntington's got to pick up this no huddle.
51.3 seconds to go. It looked like White seated that right in between Dorsey's hands. Probably didn't even see him coming off the edge. I thought he was going to pick that ball off. Nonetheless, it's
what are they doing?
And 10, and it looks like a penalty. Somebody jumped.
It looked like the Tornadoes going to get called again. And yet the Tornadoes are pointing over and said, hey, what
it is,
what
false start.
Good job.
That time, number 29, Jamari Coleman was the one that moved. And it'll be 1st and 15, back him up to the 21. And 1st and 15 for Huntingdon, threatening with under a minute to play. Could be a game-swinging situation here with the Tornadoes getting the ball after half. Tornadoes have the lead, but that could change quickly. White takes a snap, drops a throw. It's floated in the air, and a little bit of defense played by the Huntingdon receiver, McReynolds, as Stevenson was waiting for his second interception, but McReynolds heads up play to knock that away on a ball that seemed like it was floating in the air forever.
Yes.
And it's 2nd and 15.
Good call there, Ryan, because they did have it. And you know, they're defending. I don't want to curse it. They're doing a good job.
I already did once today, so let's wait till it's said and done.
There
3
you
receivers
go.
to the left, 1 to the right for White on 2nd and 15. As he calls out something from the defense here. Takes a snap, 2-step drop, looks right. He'll fire right deep to the end zone. It's caught by McReynolds. Did he get in?
Out of bounds.
They're going to call incomplete. He bobbled it, I think, on that far sideline.
We got a flag down.
And another flag.
No, it's not a flag. It's the end zone marker.
So, clean play there, 3rd and 15 for Huntingdon here with 40 seconds to play in this first half. Can this defense once again bend but not break? They've done it all season. They've done it here today. It's more than just a trend at this point. It's this identity of the Tornado defense. Might give up some yards, might give up some territory, but Brevard's defense has done a great job bending but not breaking. Do they have it again here on 3rd and 15? 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right for White. He looks to the sideline. Now Huntingdon will burn. Timeout, I believe. They're going to throw a flag. What's a delay a game? We'll see. Was it a timeout or delay a game? It's going to be a delay a game. Makes it 3rd and 20. The crowd here playing a role as White was looking to the sideline for too long. Didn't notice the play clock was expiring, and it's 3rd and 20 Huntingdon for White in this offense. Watkins in the backfield. Bloodworth and Cash to the left. McReynolds split out to the left as well with 1 receiver out to the right. Now whistles and a flag. They keep on moving backwards. Will they move back again? That's the way the signal is moving for Brevard, and it will be a false start.
Good.
Sam Bloodworth moved, and it's 3rd and 25 from the 31. Huntingdon has moved backwards on 3 consecutive attempted snaps. There's been movement now, whistles. Timeout somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, so the band has been instructed not to play when they are at the line of scrimmage. So I think we're going to be able to get this 3rd down in. Sun might go. Some might set before we do. We'll see. As White's in the gun, Watkins with him in the backfield. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 2-step drop for White. He's looking long. He'll fire across the middle. Yes, McReynolds is caught inside the 10. And he's tackled at the 6 by Rawlerson. Does he have first down yardage? As whistles blow again, a long connection from White to McReynolds. As the clock will reset to 31 seconds, I think Huntingdon will burn its last. It will be 4th down and short if the markers are correct. So an exciting end of this half. We'll take a quick break with them and see what happens at the end of this first half on the other side.
Bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy. Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits. It's her!
You're not just tailgating. You're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today.
Fourth and inches for Huntingdon. Can the Tornadoes come up big again? 13-7, 31 seconds to go. With Hepburn in the backfield, tight formation, no question what the Hawks will try to do here. More likely than not, they're going to try and go to Hepburn here on 4th and short. White in the gun. Takes the shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll roll right, fire to Hepburn. He has him. Hepburn makes a move. He'll have the first down, and he's pushed out of bounds inside the 5. And they try to get him in space. They do just enough to get that first down, and it's 1st and goal.
Picked up a yard.
That's all they needed in 25 seconds. Ball spotted at about the 5-yard line. Huntingdon trying to at least tie, perhaps take the lead. At the end of this first half, 3 receivers to the left, 1 on the right, McReynolds. White options Hepburn to his left hip. Takes the snap, drops to throw, looks across the middle, fires across the middle, back of the end zone, too high for Copeland. Dre Burton again there on the coverage. And it's 2nd and goal with about 21 seconds to play in this first half. Can this defense do what they've done all season and come up big deep inside its own territory and maintain this 1-score lead for Brevard right before the half? Hepburn in the backfield, a receiver to the right, 2 to the left. For Hepburn here on 2nd and goal. White takes a shotgun snap. He'll roll left, looking left. He'll fire left, floats it towards the end zone. Did Deaton pick that off? No, he did not. It's incomplete. Jaden Deaton almost had that as a flag sits in the backfield.
Oh, boy. Let's see what happens.
Looks like potential holding. Antonio King signaling that way.
Yep.
And Huntingdon starting to move backwards. That pass intended for Bloodworth. Deaton, who Coach Kite's talked so much about.
Yep.
Makes the play to break it up. And holding is the call. Huntingdon moving backwards again. If you're head coach Mike Turk, that's certainly something you want to address in the locker room. Too many penalties here in this first half on Huntingdon have really kind of slowed things down for this offense. And a 10-yard penalty moves the Hawks all the way back to the 15-yard line for 2nd and goal.
Well, in a way, I'm going to just kind of forecast here, but that works better for the Hawks because they have that speed and have been able to get separation. On the shorter field, they don't have as much success.
Well, I think a note here, Rick, I don't think the downs are an issue. You've got 3 downs to work with here. It's more the time. You only got 15.7 seconds.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
To get to the end zone. So you want to throw something to the sideline here or into the end zone as White takes a snap.
Oh!
He is rocked. Ball comes out. The Tornadoes, I believe they jumped on it. Somebody did. Dorsey got in there, applied the pressure to White. Actually, Huntingdon hopped on it as somebody for Huntingdon's down on the turf. Dorsey came screaming off the edge and forces the fumble.
Great play by the defense. I'm serious. That was that was the defensive play of the game so far.
Zach Gaylor down on the turf. 10 seconds to play in the second quarter. Hopefully Gaylor's okay as they check him out. As we've seen a handful of injuries here in this first half. Luckily, everybody that has gone down has re-entered the contest.
Yep.
But, Rick, while we wait and see if Gaylor's okay here, let's talk a little bit about this first half. I mean, Tornadoes hop out to a 10-0 lead. A muff punt sets up Huntingdon at Brevard's 33-yard line. The Huntingdon able to get its only score off of that quick change. But right after that, right after the muffed punt by Jeremiah Lane, he takes the ensuing kickoff back to about the 25-yard line. Brevard able to get 3 out of that drive. How big was that for Jeremiah Lane to, erase that from his mind and create an impact when he had the next opportunity to do so?
Well, and I look at the game, and I got this may sound outrageous, but Sammy Vargas should be getting a lot of credit.
Oh, absolutely.
He's put
Sammy's
the ball out of the end zone. He's not kicked to their McReynolds. He's just done everything right, and he gets a field goal out of it and stuff. I'm impressed with him for this half.
The kicking game overall has been great with Vargas doing the kicking duties on the kickoff and the punts. He's been excellent.
Yep.
And then Hayden Vandergrift knocking through that 39-yard field goal that gives Brevard this 13-7 lead. The kickers have been great as Gaylor being helped to the sideline again. Hope he is okay as he uses some assistance to get to the sideline. 3rd and goal from the 15 with 10 seconds to go. Have to be quick if you're the Hawks here. You can't get tackled in bounds or you'll be going the half down 13-7. As Hepburn in the backfield with White. 3 receivers to the left, 1 on the right, and McReynolds. White takes a shotgun snap. He'll fire right towards the end zone. It's broken up by Redmond, incomplete. Looking for McReynolds again, double coverage as Rollerson came over from his safety spot to help Redmond. And it will be 4th and goal. I believe it'll be a field goal try here for Huntingdon with 6 seconds to go.
Gotcha.
Ginsburg, we talked about that strong leg. He'll try it from 32. Trying to at least cut into this deficit before the break again. Rick, I mentioned it got some help from penalties, but that defense, once again, bends but doesn't break and forces a field goal try here with 6 seconds to go. Snaps back, holds down. The kick is up from Ginsburg, and the kick is good. That was effortless from Drew Ginsburg, who knocks it through to make it 13-10 with 1.4 to go.
Yeah, Ginsburg is their guy. He's really been putting his foot in the ball.
It's been an impressive day for the kickers all the way around.
Well put. Yes.
All the way around. Both sides have had their highlights in the kicking game, and we'll see. An underrated part of kicking is keeping it away from guys that can hurt you.
Yep.
And with 1.4 seconds to go, the only way the Tornadoes score here is if you kick it to Jeremiah Lane. I'd have to think the Hawks would try and kick it out of the end zone here and not give either Roberson or Lane a shot here to create something in the return game. Lane, I feel like he was a pretty well-kept secret for a while, but the past 2 weeks he's certainly come out and been effective in the special teams game. And Ginsburg, who just knocked through the 32-yard field goal, will kick it away with 1.4 to play in the first half. Ginsburg trots up to the football, the strong leg. It's a squib kick that finds the up man. We'll see what kind of return happens here, and it's not going to be anything that results in points. It was hard to see who picked up that football. And I think it was Herbert Pringle IV who scooped it up, brought it to about the 45, but it's a moot point as we head to the break. 13-10 Brevard. Nice response from Huntingdon after going down 10-0 to bring it back to a 3-point game. Brevard will have the ball after break. We'll break things down and try and talk to Hampton Inn and Suites during the break. We'll have some halftime coverage for you in just a few minutes. We'll be back. Back here at Osmell Family Field, it is halftime, just under 3 minutes before we get back underway. Here this afternoon, 13-10, Brevard leads Huntingdon. Ryan Wilkes alongside Rick Green, right here live on YouTube. Rick, really interesting first half. If you look at the stats, Huntingdon has outgained Brevard, 144 passing yards to 99, but Brevard has the lead. 13 first downs for Huntingdon to 6 for Brevard, but again, Brevard has the lead. How was that able to happen there in that first half?
And you know what? That is kind of the conversation we've had with the coach. He couldn't quite figure out how the Hawks don't win when they statistically stand out and their team plays so well. So, we're keeping an eye on that.
Yeah, it was the defensive stops there in the first half, I think you could point to for the reasoning of this lead for the Tornadoes. It was a fourth down stop early in the contest, and also the first drive for Huntingdon got across midfield. The Hawks eventually punted that ball away, and deep in Brevard's territory at the end of the half, got it as near as the 5-yard line, but they were pushed back to the 15 because of penalties, and eventually had to take 5 penalties for Huntingdon in the first half for 37 yards, 3 for Brevard for 25 yards. So handful of penalties for both sides, but neither team has been very good on third down. 2 of 8 for Huntingdon, 1 of 5 for Brevard. Tornadoes only held the ball for 11 and a half minutes, but I think you can factor in that missed drive that the Tornadoes would have had if not for the muff punt. I think that factors into some of the possession time where Huntingdon really got back-to-back drives at the midway point in that second quarter. As both teams getting ready to roll here in the second half, we'll take a look at some of the individual stats for the Tornadoes and the Hawks. For the Hawks, we mentioned the 2 quarterbacks that could play. They have played. Jake White, 10 of 18 for 89 yards with a touchdown and an interception in that first half. An interception, again, deep in Brevard's territory where Tornadoes held strong, and Burton was able to snag that ball in the air for an interception. And then Knox Roberts came in, 5 of 7 for 55 yards. We'll see if we see more of Knox Roberts. It seems like the Huntingdon offense was a little bit more comfortable with him in the game. I'm not sure what factors into that, but that looked like certainly that was part of the equation there in the first half. Connor Cash leads the way in receiving 5 targets, 5 catches for 55 yards. Mick Reynolds has been targeted 9 times, but he's only had 3 catches for 44 yards and a touchdown, his 10th of the season for the Tornadoes. Ethan Beamish, 7 of 14 with 99 yards and a touchdown. He's peppered it around to a bunch of different guys, as he has all season. Reggie Taylor II, 2 catches, 38 yards. Adam Douglas, 2 catches, 17 yards. Messiah Ramsor, 1 catch, but it's for 35 yards and a touchdown on that fourth down. That made it 10-0 Brevard at the time. And Jeremiah Lane, that one return, that one for 73 yards. There's some stats that stand out. Bailey Ramey leads away in tackles with 8. 1 tackle for loss. Brandon Broughton with 6. Rollerson with 6. And Bowman with 4. So with that said, let's get this second half underway. Ginsburg will kick it away with Lane and Roberson back to the returning duties for the Tornadoes to start half number 2. 13-10 Tornadoes, and Brevard will have the ball out of the halftime break as Ginsburg gets ready to boot it away. And when I say booted, I mean booted. This guy has a leg as he trots up to the football and sends a high arcing kick that sends Lane back to the end zone. He's going to try to take it out, and he will. Left side for Lane.
Oh.
He loses his footing, and he spilled down by his own momentum at about the 17-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Tornadoes.
Yeah, if you're going to catch the ball and run it back, you got to keep your feet under you.
And it looked like if he made that cutback, he might have had some room there.
Yes, indeed.
On that return as Ethan Beamish and the Tornado offense comes out for 1st and 10 from about the 14-yard line.
Well, the game so far has lived up to our expectations.
Certainly has. It's been a great game between these two sides. Both have had their highlights. I think both have had their lowlights in that opening half of play. As Beamish comes out, he'll move into the shotgun. Play clock under 5 seconds. EFM in the backfield. A receiver to the left, to the right. Beamish shakes the shotgun snap. 2-step drop to throw to open the drive. He fires to Douglas, who makes a shoelace grab. And it's 1st down yardage with Gus Johnson there on the stop. And a good ball from Beamish. He put it right where Douglas could get it. Nobody else could get a hand on it. And those two have such great rapport with each other as Douglas will check out here for 1st down. Bolton, the other lanky receiver, who Bill Kite mentioned, you're going to see some stuff drawn up for Alex Bolton. They were excited about him coming into the season. He's been a little sidelined with injuries, but he's back and healthy. And he will head to the right side of the formation with Spots, Lane, and Taylor II. Lane comes in motion to the left side. Play action, Beamish rolling right, looking right. Now tries to escape the pocket, he fires down the field, nobody home, intended for Spots. Looks like a little bit of a broken play, and a wise decision by the senior quarterback out of Simpsonville, South Carolina. Ethan Beamish should just dispose of that football. And it'll be 2nd and 10 with 14:08 to play in this third quarter.
That was an interesting play because all the linemen looked like they were setting up for a screen to the right, and the whole defense went that way, and Beamish rolled to the left and had one receiver. And, hey, good job by their defense to break it up, or maybe it was underthrown, but here we go.
Beamish under center, ZFM in the backfield. The handoff will go high on Fauntleroy McDaniel, who breaks across the middle, and he runs over a defender in Kalen Stapp. Gus Johnson able to finish him off, but it's a 12-yard run for Fauntleroy McDaniel, and that's first down Brevard at the Tornado 41-yard line. Good run there on 2nd and long. Again, we talked to Coach Kite about not getting off schedule. We've seen the Tornadoes gain 5-6 yards on first down, and that time an incomplete pass made it 2nd and 10, but no problem for Fauntleroy McDaniel, who picks up first down yardage. ZFM stays in the backfield, receiver to the left and right in formation. Beamish takes a snap under center. He'll go right back. Fauntleroy McDaniel, who goes right back up the middle. There he goes, down the left sideline. One man to beat. He's tripped up, and he's down at the 24-yard line. Nathan Jones makes the stop. But a big gain for Fauntleroy McDaniel. He's inside the 25-yard line.
Good run.
Great run on that play.
23-yard line inside Huntingdon territory now after back-to-back really nice runs from Zion Fauntleroy McDaniel. And just over 2 minutes in the second half, Brevard is driving the football down the field with Williams now joining Beamish in the backfield. Receiver split out to the right and left the formation. Tucker Cleary comes in motion. Snap goes to Rayshawn Williams, and he's swallowed after a gain of about 3. Actually, that's Blake Shepard out there on the field, not Tucker Cleary. Nonetheless, he was a lead blocker there, and it's 2nd and 7. So Shepard comes out. Quinn and Foster check in. Holden Trimnell and Jack Spots out as well for a heavy formation here on 2nd and 7. 2 tight ends in the game with Foster and Josh Quinn. Josh Quinn with a catch there in the first half, getting involved a little bit in the passing game. As Roberson and Douglas split out to the right. Foster, the H-back in the backfield with Rayshawn Williams. Douglas comes in motion, tight of the formation. Beamish play action, looking deep. Looking at Douglas, he has the out route. Good throw to Douglas, and he's able to reel it in. He stays in bounds, makes a move, and he's taken down eventually inside the 10 by Sackman and Markel Jordan. And it's another first down for Brevard. The move from Douglas maybe lost him a yard or two, but it's still 1st and 10. Tornadoes at about the 13-yard line.
Yeah, that was a smart move for the receiver. He stepped back and lost a yard, but he was looking for some additional.
Official spot about the 12 here for Brevard on first down. Williams remains in the backfield against his former team. Fowler, Quinn, and Shepard to the right side of the formation. Douglas to the left. Beamish takes the snap. He'll hand off Rayshawn Williams heading to the left. Williams has a little bit of room, tries to break a tackle. He's spun down eventually after a gain of a handful of yards. He's inside the 10 to the 8, tackled by Markel Jordan. Make it the 7-yard line. Good gain for Williams on first down. You know he's looking for a touchdown against his former team.
Yeah,
Can't get it that time, but a great
He
run.
didn't get it, but Rayshawn's a tough little character. He's in there fighting for every yard.
The Huntingdon transfer, first time against his former team. Sure, a lot of emotions are running through his head. Brevard 2nd and 6, inside the 10 at the 7. Fauntleroy McDaniel checks in the backfield. Shepard comes in motion. Beamish takes the snap. Handoff goes ZFM. He cuts back. He's wrangled down. Gain of maybe a yard. As Cameron Cooper and Kalen Stapp make the tackle. It is 3rd and 4 as we approach 10 minutes to play in this third quarter. Good opening drive using about a third of this third quarter clock. Trying to make this a 2-score game again. Jeremiah Lane and ZFM both in the backfield with Beamish on 3rd and short. Barnett and Spots to the right. And Douglas to the left. Puts Lane in motion on the right side. Takes a snap, two-step drop, looking end zone, fires left to Douglas. Some contact there, no call. And it's incomplete. Intended for Douglas. Gus Johnson on the cover, and looks like the Tornadoes are going to try for 3 again. Good stop by the Huntingdon defense. Even with the field goal here, it would still be a one-possession game. And another drive stalls out for the Tornadoes. We'll see if Vandergrift can knock through his 3rd of the day. It was a 39-yarder last time. It'll be about a 23-yard kick this time from the left hash. Snaps back, hold us down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Really nice work from Vandergrift. We've talked about the kickers all day long, and Vandergrift knocks through his 3rd of the day. And it's 16-10 Tornadoes with 9:46 to play in the 3rd quarter. Really nice kick, Rick. You mentioned the kickers. I've mentioned the kickers. It's hard not to.
Right.
With 4 combined field goals, 1 for Huntingdon, 3 for Brevard, as the Tornadoes make it a 6-point game. Looking for more, but you'll certainly take the points where you can get them, especially against a good team like Huntingdon.
And it wasn't the prettiest kick, but hey, there's no place on the scoreboard for editorial comments.
Exactly.
So we were fortunate on that.
He put exactly what he needed to into that kick. Good from 23. And Vargas will kick it away with the usual Eric Jones Jr.
And they've gone back to putting
Tim McReynolds back there as well.
Yep, on the far side.
Yeah, they're switching the sides. Tim McReynolds, seeing if they can get him the ball in the kick return game. He's so dangerous, averaging 22 yards a return for Huntingdon this season. As Vargas set to boot it away. Sammy puts toe to leather. It's a line drive kick that will go to McReynolds this time at about the 7-yard line. McReynolds breaks to the left side, and he is caught at inside the 20 at about the 18-yard line.
Yep.
And Herbert Pringle, the 4th there on the stop. Let's see what the official spot is. I think it's going to be the 18-yard line, and it will be. 1st and 10, Huntingdon trailing by 6 at its own 18 to start the first drive of the second half for the Hawks. Slow start for Huntingdon, but it seems like they're forming into that team that we knew they were going to be coming in this game. As White back in at quarterback, he takes a snap. Flips one to the left side to McReynolds, but he's swallowed right at the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
Looks like Eli Ray was there on the tackle. Actually, that was DJ Stevenson there. He's been making plays all over the field, and a little bit of a loss for the Hawks on 1st and 10. It'll set up 2nd and 13. DJ Stevenson with the interception in the first half. He sniffed out that tunnel screen. Huntington's run that a couple times and had good success on it. Not that time. 2 receivers to both the left and right of the formation. As White takes the snap, drops the throw again. He'll fire it deep down the left sideline. Good covered by Redmond, and he's able to jar it loose out of the hands of McReynolds. And it's 3rd down. McReynolds a little shaken up again on the Huntingdon sideline. Maybe took the wind out of him on the impact with the turf. As he is hunched over on Huntington's sideline, the far side. The trainers will take a look at him here before 3rd and 12. It looked like, Rick, that was the situation of you don't have anything bracing you when you fall to the turf.
Right.
And right on your back that can certainly take the wind out of you as McReynolds gets attention on the sideline. That's his 10th target of the game. They look for him early and often. He's such a threat for this Huntingdon offense. Hopefully he's okay as the Hawks set up for 3rd and long. Chance for Brevard to get the football back after scoring on its opening drive. To Roger Hepburn in the backfield with White. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. For the Hawks on 3rd down. White takes a snap, drops the throw again. Pressure coming in. White steps up, races to the right. Now he'll fire right, and it is incomplete. Dre Burton there on the cover. And it's incomplete. Bring up 4th down.
I think we should mention at this time that during halftime we saw the Hawks right tackle, Zach Gaylor, going off the field, being escorted by one of the trainers holding a crutch, and he was visibly shaking and limping, having problems. So they have a different position filled now, and we'll see if we see the Tornado defense taking advantage of that.
Ginsburg will punt it away. Pressure coming in. That might have gotten tipped, actually. It was a shorter punt from Ginsburg. His lane lets it roll, and it will go inside the 40 to about the 39. I think that was just a shorter punt from Ginsburg. He felt the pressure coming in. And it's down at the 39-yard line where Brevard will set up its second drive of the second half.
Yep. Good job.
Great job by that pressure to get in and force a weaker kick off the strong leg of Ginsburg. I saw Ginsburg at halftime lining up from about the 35-yard line and sending through a 52-yard kick.
My goodness.
with strength. So obviously that's a guy that has a leg.
Mm-hmm.
And that time Brevard able to create the pressure and flip the field, but not too much, not too drastically. Good field position for Brevard to start the second drive. Beamish under center, 2 split out to the left. He takes the snap, hands off Zion Fonteron McDaniel, who goes right back up the middle, and he has 3 or 4 on first down before he's met by Braylon Miller and Rashad Walker. So 2nd and 6 for the Tornadoes after a 4-yard gain on first down. The Tornadoes content to take their time here. Still a lot of game left, but if you can get a score here, it'd make it pretty difficult for the Hawks, especially because the Tornadoes have been able to keep them at arm's length for the majority of this contest. Started out 10-0. Huntingdon made a 3-point game at the break. Brevard has since gotten a field goal. Beamish in the gun. Takes a shotgun snap. Handoff goes Rayshawn Williams. Actually, that's Zion Fonteron McDaniel, who keeps the legs moving and pushes a pile forward before progress will be stopped after a gain of about 1.5 yards.
Yep.
And Corey Anderson was there to make the tackle. It's a 3rd and medium for the Tornadoes here with about 7.5 to play. Just about halfway through, actually, exactly halfway through this 3rd quarter.
I couldn't help but chuckle on that. We saw that you had the running back in the middle of a scrum where both teams were just trying to insert their will to get him to either to go one way or the other.
And forward progress is a judgment call. Usually near the goal line, they might let those situations play out and see if the running back can get in. That time, one going further than the 45-yard line. Beamish on play action, looks deep. He'll fire left side, and he has the ever-trusty Douglas across midfield to the 40-yard line where he's pushed out of bounds by Cole Sackman. First down, Brevard, as Douglas and Beamish connect yet again.
Good job. And Beamish gets that deep drop where he can see the whole field and checked through his receivers and had the guy had Douglas on wide open.
The Tornadoes have been so comfortable running the play action, those long developing routes, because of the play of the offensive line. That's certainly been there today. As Beamish joining the backfield, running back on his left hip to the left as Rayshawn Williams takes the handoff, breaks it right side. He breaks a tackle or 2, and he's spun down after a gain of 3 to the 39. And Kreshner was there on the stop. So 2nd and let's call it 7 for the Tornadoes from the 39 as we spin towards 6 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. ZFM on the right hip of Beamish, trips to the left with the receiver split out to the right for the Tornadoes on 2nd and 7. He motions Herbert Pringle, the 4th to the left side, takes a snap, 2-step drop, steps up, fires across the middle to Douglas, who makes a catch despite contact.
Yep.
And he's putting up his hands like, where's the flag? He was all over him, was Gus Johnson. But it doesn't matter. It's a good catch for Douglas and makes it 3rd and short, 3rd and about 1 at the 32-yard line. I think Douglas certainly had a case there. He was a lot of arm fighting there between the two.
Yeah, he was all over him.
But Douglas, the ever-reliable target. A lot of talented receivers on this Tornado roster, but when you need a first down or a big gain, you go to Adam Douglas. As Beamish in the backfield Play action on 3rd and short. He's looking right. He'll fire right to Quinn. Josh Quinn has it inside the 10-yard line near the 6.
Good play.
And Josh Quinn has been a receiving threat today. We haven't seen it quite yet this year, but Quinn with a great catch on 3rd and short. Again, the Tornadoes on their short yardage situations twice now. They've thrown the football, and it's worked. Josh Quinn makes the play, and it's 1st and goal Brevard at the 6-yard line.
He had the separation on the defender, but he had to come back for the ball if he had let him a little more. But Beamish, I'm not going to question him. He's spot on.
Fauntleroy McDaniel in the backfield, spots to the left. And a receiver out to the right. Beamish takes the snap, hands off. Fauntleroy McDaniel, he gets across the 5. Now a flag comes in the area.
Flag comes in the area.
As it came from the 2nd level.
Came from behind the linebackers.
And it is going to be a holding call. Those are those penalties that we've talked about that can really stall a drive.
Yep.
But it'll still be 1st down and goal, but it'll be back from the 15 or 16-yard line. As A.J. Hill and Alex Bolton check back in, Holden Trimnell and Blake Shepard, the 2 H-backs, check out. After that run on a heavy formation. 1st and goal with under 5 minutes to play, near 4 minutes left. In this 3rd quarter, fast-moving 3rd quarter. Feels like we just started and we're already 11 minutes through. As Beamish, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, takes the snap. Handoff ZFM. He's swallowed near the line of scrimmage, a gain of 2. And Joe Brunson stopped him right there. And it's 2nd and goal from the 14-yard line. So they tried to run twice now. We'll see if they decide to air it out. But again, a field goal here does the job. Makes it a 2-possession game approaching the 4th quarter. So we'll see if the Tornadoes stay conservative or try to get 6 here. The receiver to the right, 1 to the left for Brevard. Luke Foster goes in motion on the right side. Beamish will drop to throw. 2-step drop. He'll launch to the end zone looking for Douglas and a little bit too far. Incomplete for Adam Douglas. Markel Jordan on the coverage. And it's 3rd and goal from the 14-yard line.
All right.
Well, we see Hayden Vandergriff again here. He already knocked one through from 39. It would be a 31-yard field goal from here.
Well, they were 1 of 5 third down conversions in the first half, so let's hope we can improve on it right here for the game.
Had one earlier in the drive, another big one coming up. Can't get a first down without a touchdown. Can't get a first down here. Better way to put it. As Beamish puts Quinn in motion to the left. He takes the snap, looks to throw. Steps up in the pocket, fires it right side. Has Rayshawn Williams, who makes a move. And he's dragged down inside the 10 at about the 7.
Yep.
And here comes Hayden Vandergriff in the special teams unit to try and make it a 19-10 game. So it's going to be a 24-yard field goal try. Vandergriff will try again. Try and add to this lead for Brevard. Snap's good. Hold is down. Kick is up. And the kick is good. Hayden Vandergriff has been the offense today for Brevard. It's field goal number 4 for him. Yeah. Brevard scored a touchdown to make it 10-0 after his opening field goal. He's knocked 3 more through, and it's a 2-score game, 19-10 Brevard. As the Tornadoes come through, get points on that drive. Rick, how big is it
well, that's
at this
huge.
Juncture of the game to go up 2 scores?
That is huge. Now I want to see who they're going to kick to on this one, since they kind of had that. The last kick went like a rocket, but it went right to
McReynolds.
McReynolds.
Yep.
Thank you. I want to call him McDowell.
So Vargas will boot it away again. He's done a really nice job today, as have all the kickers.
Yep.
Drew Ginsburg, certainly a weapon. We've seen his leg this season and today as well.
Yeah, keep it away. Keep it away from McReynolds.
So Vargas set to kick it away. 2:31 to play in the third quarter. It's 19-10 Brevard.
You got lucky the last one that he fielded, and they got the guy. But no, get it away from him.
Vargas will trot up to the football, and he'll launch it to Eric Jones Jr. and does exactly that, Rick. Back to about the 5-yard line. Jones Jr. looking for space on the right side. He breaks through the first level, but he's taken down at the 29 by Zion Fauntleroy McDaniel. He makes plays all over the field.
I was going to say, ZFM everywhere.
2:23 to go. Huntingdon takes over, 1st and 10. Not imperative, but it seems pretty important that you come away with points here on this drive if you're Huntingdon, down by 9 with 2:23 to go in the third quarter. Watkins on the right hip of White. McReynolds to the right side of the formation, to the left. White takes the snap, drops the throw. He flips it out to Watkins on the right side. It's complete, but he's tackled by his own guy.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And I don't think that was his fault. He just got in the way of the
No,
spin.
he just turned to run and ran right into his own man.
Caden Washington was trying to get the boundary. Watkins had to turn away from a tackle, and right there was the waiting arms of Washington, who just kind of let him down the turf a little easy. So I don't think he'll be credited with the tackle there, but I think he's the one that made it. As it's 2nd and 10, White will immediately roll left, fire left. He has his guy. Copeland had it, but he bobbles it and drops it. It's incomplete with Redmond there on the coverage. 3rd and 10, as Copeland can't come up with the grab. And a crucial 3rd down here. Brevard looking to get a 3 and out and get the football back. And Rick, I think, honestly, maybe try to put it away with a minute 48 to go in the third quarter. He's still got a whole quarter to play, but with how Brevard has played its drives, a lot of clock has been coming off.
Yep.
So we'll see what the Hawks have here on 3rd down. Have to think they're going to throw the football. 2 in the formation on the left, 1 on the right. And McReynolds. White takes the snap, immediate drop, 2-step drop, pressure coming in. His arm was hit as he threw, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete.
I think Dorsey got a piece of the arm of White, intended for Cash. Bailey Ramey was there as well in the coverage. And it's a 3 and out for this Huntingdon offense. Brevard will get the football back with a 2-score lead.
Yep.
Ginsburg will punt with Lane back to receive. Ginsburg takes the snap, good punt. A strong punt end over end back to Lane.
Hold on to
receives
it.
it back to the 25. He's across the 30, sprints across 35 to 40. There goes Jeremiah Lane down the far sideline. Lane makes a move on the punter, and he is going to go
all the way.
Jeremiah Lane, no flags, touchdown, Tornadoes.
No laundry on the field, as you said. That's the big thing lately. But no, that was a great run by Lane. He held on to the ball and just took off.
Back-to-back weeks with a special teams touchdown for Jeremiah Lane. He had a kick return last week. This time he houses the punt, and Brevard's lead is 25-10 pending the extra point. Jeremiah Lane, what a weapon in the special teams game. As Vandergriff set to boot the extra point, he kicks it, and it is good. 26-10 Tornadoes. Let's take a look at this return from Jeremiah Lane. He had to go back to catch the football at about the 25. Got good blocks, broke through the second level, had the punter to beat. He beat the ankle tackle and scores. It's all Tornadoes here in this second half.
Oh, yeah.
As Brevard takes a 16-point lead over these Huntingdon Hawks. We'll keep it right here, Rick. What a job by Lane in the return game.
Oh, that was awesome. And he's showed a lot today on those returns.
And they're trying to find ways to get him the football offensively. I think he can really be a weapon offensively, but sometimes the teams are just prepared for it. They know when that guy's in the game, there's going to be something wacky that happens, whether it's a jet touch pass or a screen or something, just creative ways to get that guy the football.
Yep. All right. Another one?
We got a wasp here in the
Yeah,
box.
no, this one's dead, right? So that's another one. Attaboy.
Yeah, we got him. Sorry for the banging. We had to take care of that. We've killed 2 wasps in the booth here today. That's a record. So it is 26-10 Brevard with 1:26 to play in the third quarter. As Vargas will boot it away for Brevard.
Folks, I got to tell you, the football games are fun, but hanging out with Ryan and boys in the press box has turned it into a real treat.
We love the company, Rick. We love it. Vargas will boot it away for the Tornadoes. A short line drive kick that skips in front of McReynolds. He'll field it inside the 10-yard line at the 5. McReynolds right side across the 20.
Good,
makes a move, but he's taken down
tackle.
at about the 27, and that threat has been fairly negated today as McReynolds is caught at the 27-yard line. So, Rick, we mentioned to Bill, what he thought of last week's performance. He really thought that was when he saw his team running around, flying around. I think we've seen that continue today.
Yes, we have. I see a lot of good play on defense. And I see a lot of good play on offense, too. But defense is really stood out to me today.
White in the gun. He takes the snap, hands off to DeRoderick Hepburn. He keeps the legs churning and gets near the sticks, and he's to the 35-yard line. Hepburn's been kept in check today. He averages 6 yards a carry, just about 5.9, as Will had in the third, and Bailey Ramey on the stop.
Keeps the clock
head under
running.
a minute to play, exactly. It's a 2-score lead still for the Tornadoes. 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. You could tie this thing up, but comfortable lead as Hepburn takes the next carry, and he is met at the line of scrimmage. He gets 2 yards, so he'll have the first down. As Bailey Ramey and Robert Dorsey make the play as Hepburn's down on the turf. So Hepburn is shaken up. He'll get some attention from the training staff here. While he gets checked out, we'll take a break. Haven't been able to take many breaks here in the second half, so enjoy some messages from our corporate sponsors before we come back.
Bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy. Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits. It's her!
You're not just tailgating. You're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today.
Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning-fast speeds and reliable service. But more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
The wave.
DeRoderick Hepburn escorted off the field, and he came off on his own power, so good to see that, as it will be 1st and 10 for Huntingdon with Eric Jones Jr. in the backfield, a receiver out to the right, to the left for Jake White in the gun. Takes the snap, play action, looks deep, he'll fire deep, looking for McReynolds, and it was deflected away by Jaden Deaton. He almost got it with one hand. Justice Redmond there on the coverage as well. And you see the ball skills from Jaden Deaton coming all the way across the field. He saw that ball floating in the air, and he got a hand on it.
That was a superior play, and you said it well. He came close to being an interception with just one hand.
We would have had to send that one into Sports Center. Can't go without doing that, but it's 2nd and 10 nonetheless with 10.9 to play in the third quarter. 26-10 Brevard, who has dominated the second half. 13 points for the Tornadoes here in the third quarter. A pair of field goals from Hayden Vandergriff. Snap flipped out to the right for Jones Jr., and he's tripped up. Great tackle by Dre Burton. And that will take us to the end of the third quarter. It'll be 3rd and 7 for Huntingdon when we come back. Brevard leads 26-10, and they are fired up on this Tornado sideline. We'll see the Tornadoes can cap off a big one inside Islamel Family Field. We'll be right back.
Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning-fast speeds and reliable service, but more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
Back here at Islamel Family Field is 26-10 Tornadoes entering the fourth quarter. Ryan Wilkes joining alongside Rick Green. Again, thanks for joining us today on YouTube. Again, as I mentioned time and time again, in the world of subscriptions, in the world of contract disputes between carriers, YouTube TV, and Disney ongoing right now, we're happy we can bring this to you free of charge as the Tornadoes rolling entering this fourth quarter. Two receivers to the left for White on 3rd and 7. Must have it here for Huntingdon. Down 16. He takes the snap, 2-step drop to throw, steps up in the pocket. He's able to escape. He'll have a first down as he's across the 50, and he slides. And Brandon Broughton there, as well as Jaden Deaton. But across the 50 is Jake White on the scramble, and he has first down yardage to start the fourth quarter. Good scramble there for White. Step up in the pocket, take what he could get on 3rd and 7. McReynolds tied to the formation on the left, to the right for White in the gun. He rolls right, looks right, and he'll fire it. Nobody home, and he throws it out of bounds. And now somebody's shaken up for the Tornadoes. Is that Robert Dorsey? It might be. He's a little shaken up down on the turf as Michael Capri as well as Sarah Woodbury come out to check on him. That would be a loss, certainly a big loss for this defense. As Dorsey's shaken up while they check on him. We'll take a break with them and check on Robert Dorsey when we come back.
Bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy. Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits.
It's her!
You're not just tailgating. You're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today.
Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning-fast speeds and reliable service, but more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
Robert Dorsey being helped to the sideline here. He's been the leader of this Tornadoes defense, a preseason third-team All-American as he's helped to the sideline by Michael Capri and Obadiah Grimes. Hoping Robert's all right. He's been a joy to watch for the Tornadoes this season. As the Huntingdon offense back on the field, 2nd and 10. White drops to throw. Fires right side, has his guy Pace. And he is met immediately by Deaton, but it's a first down at the
Was wide open.
37-yard line. Yeah, good throw from White. Snapped that one into Pace. It's a first down for Huntingdon with just about a minute gone in this fourth quarter. Watkins remains in the backfield with White on first down and 10. From the Brevard 37-yard line. Play clock under 20. White still peeking at the Hawks sideline. Covington, Pace, and Cash to the left. McRoberts and McReynolds is moving to the right. He'll fire deep. He's looking for McReynolds. A lot of contact, but he's able to haul it in. And was he in bounds? They're going to discuss. And he was. 13-yard line for McReynolds. Big pitch and catch there that sets up first and 10 inside the Brevard 15. Nice back-to-back plays for White in this offense as Huntingdon continues to chunk its way down the field. White takes a snap, hands off to the running back Hepburn, and he has a good gain on first down of about 6.
Yep.
Down
good
inside
run.
the 10-yard line. Let's say the 8-yard line. And it's second and short. Huntingdon with a touchdown here could certainly make things interesting. You got to get the 2 if you're the Hawks here on this drive. And it looks like movement on the line. We could see it from here, but not going to get the flag.
Now that we've got something.
And now we will. That was obvious. And McReynolds saying that Brevard was the reason he jumped. That's part of being an offensive lineman. You deal with stunts from the defense all the time. We've seen it a couple times across college football this year, the disconcerting signals from the defense. But I don't think that's going to occur right here. And a false start's going to be called. So a little extra explanation there. It looked like a Brevard defender came into the neutral zone, but he got back onside, and then that's when the jump occurred. So that's the call, and it moves back Huntingdon to the 18. Where it'll be second and 9. Costly penalty there for Huntingdon. As it's moved back to the 13. So it's not the 18. It is the 13-yard line for Huntington.
On the right.
On second and 9.
Yep.
As White takes a snap, play action, he fires left, has Covington, and he tries to make a move, but Deaton there again. Jaden Deaton has a nose for the football, and we flip-flop back to the 8-yard line. So it went from the 8 to the 13, now back to the 8 for third down. Got to have a touchdown here. You're not looking for 3.
Nope.
With under 12 minutes to play, 11:50 and a moving clock in the fourth and final quarter of play. Long look over the Huntingdon sideline with the play clock approaching 10 seconds.
McReynolds left.
White takes the snap, play action, looking end zone to McReynolds. It's incomplete. A little bit of hand fighting, no flag. And it'll be fourth down.
Yeah, here we go.
Eli Ray there on the coverage on the dangerous McReynolds.
No, there's a lot of time left. I mean, you could go with the field goal here. I don't think you give up points.
They're not going to go for the
But they're
field
not
goal.
going to go for the field goal.
I think at this point of the game, you got to try and make it a one-possession game. I think that's what's going to happen here. With Jones Jr. in the backfield, McReynolds side of the formation as well as Cash. On the far side, it's Copeland and Pace. Fourth down and 5 to go. White drops, throws, has his receiver Cash, and he finds the end zone for a touchdown. Connor Cash finds Pater, and it's 26-16. The offense going to stay on the field and try and get the 2. 26-16. This is huge right here, Rick. You can keep it a two-possession game, or Huntingdon can make it a one-possession game. With this 2-point try after White finds Cash for the touchdown. I'll reset the play clock here as Huntingdon preps to try for 2.
Always exciting Brevard College football, ladies and gentlemen.
White in the gun with Jones Jr. on his right hip. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and McReynolds. Cash rolls right. He fires right to Pace, and it is caught for the 2-point conversion. 26-18. It's a 1-score game as we take a look at the pass from White to Cash for the touchdown. Found him right in the middle, and Cash was able to dive through 2 defenders and find the end zone. 26-18. Huntingdon on the board for the first time here in the second half, and Ginsburg will kick it away. And you have to think he'll kick it anywhere but to number 14 in black. After that punt return touchdown, try to keep the ball far away from Jeremiah Lane here. Christian Roberson, the other return man for the Tornadoes. $11:24 to go. 1 possession game between Brevard and Huntingdon. As Ginsburg set to kick it away. Runs up, puts boot to leather, and he does kick it to Jeremiah Lane, who fields it inside the 10-yard line. Jeremiah Lane, right side across the 20. Breaks back towards the 25, spins out of a tackle, but he's taken down eventually. As a tackle is made by Kawan Anderson. And 1st and 10 Brevard from its own 23. Big drive here, trying to push this back to a 2-score lead. Again, Huntingdon still has a lot to do. Got to score again, which they haven't been able to do much today.
Right.
And you got to get the 2.
Yep.
So still some margin for error for this Brevard team, but you certainly would like to make yourself a bit more comfortable. As Beamish sets up for 1st and 10. Rayshawn Williams in the backfield, receiver to the right and left of the formation. Blake Shepard in the game as the H-back. Takes a snap, handoff Williams. He has a little bit of room up the middle. He'll get to about the 25, 26-yard line for a gain of 3.
Just keep that clock running.
Corey Anderson there on the tackle for Huntingdon as the clock spins under 11 minutes to play. Beamish in the gun with Williams in the backfield with him. Tornadoes going to try to keep it on the ground as much as they can, I would think, here. As he puts Blake Shepard in motion. Now he goes up to the line and directs his offense a little bit more. The play clock under 5 seconds. Beamish takes the snap. This time goes Williams left side. Williams is met again, and he doesn't have anything on second down, maybe a loss of a yard.
Yeah, that
Robert
was...
Vickers there on the stop, and it's 3rd and 8. Corey Anderson there on the tackle as well. So 3rd and 8 for this Brevard offense, and you think the Tornadoes are going to try and throw the football here and pick up this 1st down to keep the chains moving and, more importantly, keep this clock moving as we're under 10 to go. Beamish in the gun, ZFM this time on his left hip, trips to the right for Ethan Beamish. He puts Messiah Ramsor in motion, takes a snap, drops the throw, pressure coming in. He's hit as he throws, and it's short to Adam Douglas, incomplete.
Oh.
That hit caused that ball to be short. Douglas had space. He was open, but the hit forced the throw to be short. And Brevard will punt it back with 9:42 to play.
This is, and we haven't seen the ball get to McReynolds but once on a punt return or kick, right? So I think the idea is to, I don't know, you don't want him to get the ball. You got to be very, very tough here.
Sammy Vargas will punt it away for the Tornadoes. Quinn comes in motion, makes sure he's out of the line of the center here. That was the call earlier as Vargas gets the punt away, a good punt. It's going to bounce at the 36 and take a Brevard roll down near the 20-yard line.
A great roll.
Wonderful punt for Sammy Vargas. The official spot will be the 23. And he flips field position very well, keeps the ball away from McReynolds, and gets a nice tornado bounce that pushes the Hawks back to their own 24.
All right, now we need to see the defense really step up here. You got to really just reach down deep and get in there.
Hepburn in the backfield with White on first down. Bloodworth and Cash to the left of the formation. McReynolds split out to the right. White takes the snap. Handoff goes to Hepburn. Hepburn has room across the right side. He's spun down. He keeps his leg moving. And it's about a 7 or 8 yard gain on first down to the 32.
As much as we talk about the fact that the defense has to gear up, the offense of the Hawks is not to be trifled with.
Starting to get moving here are the Hawks, and right at the right time.
Yep.
It's an 8-point game, 26-18. As White in the gun takes the snap, handoff goes right back to Hepburn. Hepburn across the right sideline, across the 45 to about the 46 before he's shoved out by Justice Redmond. And DeRoderick Hepburn, we knew he was one of the top backs in the conference, statistically the top back. Hadn't seen it much early, but now he's getting going. As it's 1st and 10 Hawks at their own 45-yard line with under 9 minutes to play.
Come on, defense.
White in the gun, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff goes to Eric Jones Jr., who has about 5. He's shoving to about the 50-yard line. James Laycock there on the tackle. As Abdul Malik Shalanki checks in with Cameron Eubanks. As Grimes and Donovan Reed head to the sideline. 2nd and medium for this Huntingdon offense. Nose of the football smack dab on the 50. Cash and Bloodworth to the left, McReynolds to the right. White takes his snap, play action. He looks right. He'll fire right to McReynolds, and Redmond able to break it up, incomplete.
Great.
The Huntingdon sideline wants a flag. McReynolds wants one as well. Not going to get it, and it's 3rd and 5. Great job by Redmond. It looked like hand fighting both ways. That's why you didn't get a flag there. Underthrown ball that McReynolds had to come back to. 3rd and 5. It's certainly looking like it could be 4-down territory for the Hawks. Here on 3rd and medium from the 50-yard line.
Yeah, I would expect they're going to go 4 downs. They're not going to punt from here.
Play clock under 10 seconds. As White takes the snap.
Come on, get him.
Pass pressure coming in. They got the ankle. Now it's fired across the middle to Cash. Who has it? Cash makes the catch. He's across the Brevard 40-yard line for DJ Stevenson. Takes him down at the 37-yard line.
Good play by the quarterback. White.
Under 8 minutes to play. It looked like the Tornadoes might have had White in the backfield, but he gets out of that ankle tackle.
Yep.
And finds Cash, who scored the touchdown on the last drive. 2 receivers to the left, McReynolds to the right. White takes the snap, hands off Jones Jr. He has good yardage on first down before he's met a gain of about 5, make it 6 to the 31. Maybe the 32-yard line, so about a 5-yard gain on first down. Watkins in the backfield with White on 2nd down. White audibles out of what he has. The receiver to the right to the left. Takes the snap, handoff goes Watkins, pressure in the backfield, and he's able to break to the right side and get out of bounds with first down yardage to about the 25. Deshaun Haddon pushed him out of bounds. But the Hawks moving the football here. Down 8, need a touchdown in the 2. Even if you don't get the 2, you got time to get the ball back with about 6.5 minutes to play. It's at the 26-yard line, first down and 10 for this Huntingdon offense. Play clock under 15. White in the gun with Watkins on his left hip. Takes the snap, play action, and fire at left side. Incomplete for Cash. Was it behind the line of scrimmage? It was not. So it's incomplete. They tried to set up that tunnel screen, but a miscommunication between White and Cash. The pass ball is incomplete. Clock stops at 6:18 to go. White looks to the sideline to get the call. Can this defense come up big again without Robert Dorsey in the game? Can they create that pressure and get the quarterback White in the secondary be as good as they've been all day long. White in the gun, takes the snap, play action again, looking deep, fires across the middle to Cash. He has him inside the 10, and Cash will find the end zone.
Yep.
Back-to-back touchdowns for Connor Cash. And White finds him from 26 yards out. It's a 2-point game, 26-24, and Huntingdon will try the 2. Connor Cash has been the impact guy. Came in this game with 1 touchdown on the season. He has 2 today. Watkins on the right hip of White. McReynolds to the left of the formation. 3 to the right for the Hawks on the 2-point try. White takes the snap. 1-step drop. Looks right. Fires right. Does he have his guy? What's the call here? He got it. And we're tied at 26. It was complete to Pace. As we look at the second consecutive touchdown catch for Connor Cash. It was a post across the middle, and he took it the rest of the way. And 16 unanswered here in this fourth quarter for Huntingdon. And we're all tied up at 26.
Seems like we've seen this before.
As Ginsburg will kick it away for Huntingdon, Brevard now needs to find a score.
Yes.
There's a formality at a certain point, but now that has turned on its head. And Brevard's going to need to score to win this game. We've seen Brevard be patient, methodical with drives. I think they're going to try to do that again. Try to establish the run and eat up this clock before finding a score. The run hasn't been there in the past 2 drives. See what the mentality and the play calling is on this next drive. Ginsburg will kick it away with 6:11 to go in this one. Boot goes to Jeremiah Lane at about the 5. He fields, races across the middle. There goes Jeremiah Lane. He has space. He is at the 30 before he's met. And it's like he's shooting out of a cannon.
Yeah.
If you blink, you'll miss him. And that time, Huntingdon able to stop him. Chandler Cavaretto was there on the stop. A good field position at about the 31 for the Tornadoes with 6:04 to go in this fourth quarter. Just got to have that same mentality you've had as an offense all game.
Yeah.
Move the ball, get in position to score, and execute. With Fonter and McDaniel in the backfield, Ramsoren, Douglas to the right side. Beamish under center, Blake Shepard in the backfield with Zion Fonter and McDaniel. Handoff goes ZFM. He's got room, he breaks away, and oh man, if he would have broke out of that tackle, he might still be running. But a good job by Nathan Jones to wrangle him down after a good gain on first down, a gain of 6. And it's 2nd and 4 from the 39. Under 6 minutes to play. Brevard will likely chew up a majority of this play clock. You'd have to think, start playing the clock game a little bit with 5.5 to play. And a 2nd and manageable. Beamish shakes the snap under center, hands off right back to Fontaine McDaniel. He slipped at the line of scrimmage, and then he was met in the backfield by Joe Brunson, and a loss of about 5.
All right.
Make a loss of about 3. Nonetheless, a negative rush on 2nd down.
Yep.
And now you're thinking you're going to have to throw the ball here on 3rd down and 8. We've seen it time and time again. Can Beamish find his guy? Adam Douglas has been the 3rd down guy all season as he stands on the right side of the formation. Trips to the left for Brevard on 3rd and 7. He puts Pringle the 4th in motion all the way to the left side of the formation. Takes the snap, drops the throw. And Beamish escapes. Now he fires across the middle looking for Douglas. It is incomplete. The pressure came in. Kalen Stapp there on the coverage, and Brevard will punt with 4:40 to play in a tie game.
And
Douglas was wide open.
The pressure, again, it looked like a Brevard offensive lineman on the left side just got taken out. And it was a clear path to Beamish. Nice job by him to step up. The throw was offline, and Huntingdon will get the ball back with a chance to take the lead. Vargas will punt for the Tornadoes. He's done a great job in the punting game all day long, with McReynolds waiting back to receive. Another high punt from Sammy Vargas as the ball takes another Brevard bounce, and it looks like it was fair caught on the bounce by Tim McReynolds. He waved for it, didn't catch on the initial, but then eventually did scoop it up. So 1st and 10 Huntingdon, another really nice punt from Sammy Vargas that pins Huntingdon back at its own 23-yard line.
Yeah, 4:30 left in the game, and the Tornadoes got to get tough right here.
Have to. It's make or break time for both sides. As White back in the gun, the Hawks definitely have the momentum now. Can they continue to move the football like they did on the last drive? White takes the snap, handoff goes to Jones Jr. A good run on 1st down. Will have about 5 yards. As he's taken down by Antonio King, it looked like was the first in on the stop. And it will be 2nd and about 6 for the Huntingdon offense as we approach 4 minutes to play. Shotgun for White again. He takes the snap. Handoff goes right back to Jones. Races across the right side, has a 1st down.
Ball goes
and
up.
He's shoved out by Redmond at about the 35-yard line.
Yep.
So a good run for Jones Jr. They're content. They found something here on the ground. And that's why Eric Jones Jr. staying in the game, keep getting the football. You run it till the other side can stop. I think that's the mindset of the Hawks right now.
Right.
To escape Brevard with a win. Against all odds, we're down 26-10 entering the 4th quarter. And they got exactly what they needed. 2 touchdowns, 2 two-point conversions. And that's where we're at right now. Play action for White this time. He steps up in the pocket, and the pressure gets home. A sack for Obadiah Grimes and Cameron Eubanks there in the middle. And we saw White step up earlier and have space across the middle. Not that time. Grimes and Eubanks were there. A short loss, maybe a loss of about a yard. But it's 2nd and long for this Huntingdon offense. As we're just about at 3 minutes left to play. DeRoderick Hepburn back in the backfield this time. With McReynolds to the right, 3 to the left of the formation for White. He takes the snap, dropped the pass, he's swinging out to Hepburn. Hepburn with space makes a move, but he is wrangled down. Brevard begging for a hold. Not going to get the call. It's a short gain on 2nd and long. Bailey Ramey there to make the stop. And it's 3rd and 7. About 4 seconds separating the play clock and the game clock. So we're not going to reach the two-minute timeout here, and I think that's a benefit for Brevard. This offense of Huntingdon does not get a chance to regroup for a big 3rd down. Going to have to run a play before the 2. Hepburn on the left hip, a receiver to the left, 2 to the right. White takes the snap, drops the throw, good protection, throw across the middle. It's caught by Pace. Pace has space across the 50, and he's inside the 45 before he's shoved out by Redmond, and a big 1st down for Huntingdon. And that will likely take us to the 2-minute timeout. Huntingdon content to go to its sideline, and it is Huntingdon football 1st and 10 at Brevard's 44-yard line with 2 minutes to play. And a 26-all game here in Brevard, North Carolina. We'll see how this one ends. It's been exciting, and we'll talk to you when we come back on the other side.
Bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy.
Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits.
It's her!
You're not just tailgating. You're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today.
Back here at Isabel Family Field, final 2 minutes of regulation here between Brevard and Huntingdon. It was all Brevard in the 3rd quarter, 13-0 in the 4th quarter, 16-0 in favor of Huntingdon. That's how we got to where we are right now, 26 apiece. And this one's really turned on its head. Brevard still with a chance here to stop Huntingdon trying to drive, and we saw the strong leg of Ginsburg. He can certainly boot it through, not from here, but from a good distance as White takes the snap. He'll flip it out to McReynolds on the screen, who has about 5 before he keeps the legs moving and has about 7 before he's taken down. Tackled by DJ Stevenson. Another positive chunk gain on first down for this Huntingdon offense. As the clock continues to spin, 1:40 to play and a moving clock. Watkins in the backfield with White on 2nd and short. White takes the snap. He'll drop the throw again. He's firing it deep, looking for McReynolds, and it's incomplete, but a flag thrown on Justice Redmond. Might have had him around the waist, and I think that's what he's going to get flagged for here. Holding is the call. I thought I saw it, and my instinct was correct. And Huntingdon continues to inch closer to the Brevard end zone with 1:24 to play. Talked about the strong leg of Drew Ginsburg. That's certainly a great weapon to have late in this ball game.
Yep.
As White stands in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left, to the right. White takes the snap, pulls out the stomach of Watkins. He'll throw left. He has a receiver in Copeland who sprints across the 10, and he is gone. Touchdown Huntingdon, and it is 32-26 pending the extra point. Rick, call me crazy, but that might have not been the worst thing that could have happened there.
No,
you're right.
right.
1 minute and 16 seconds left and a handful of timeouts in your pocket.
I was thinking the same thing. If you score too soon, that could be against you. But I was also thinking field goal, so a touchdown.
So Ginsburg,
unbelievable.
Ginsburg will kick the extra point, and he will boot it. Again, a strong leg, but it's no good. It's no good, Rick. So Brevard with a touchdown and an extra point could win this game.
I hope we know what to do with good luck when it looks us in the face.
Well, first let's take a look at this connection from White to Copeland. It was a screen pass that broke big, that tunnel screen. No blocker really on the one guy that was scotch-free to get him, but a great move by Copeland to shake loose and find the end zone. But that is a big missed extra point right there, Rick. And the Tornadoes got, with all the timeouts they have, wouldn't say plenty of time, but good amount of time.
Ryan, you and I know that we have speed at the wide receiver position.
Certainly.
And that is what I feel encouraged by.
So 22 unanswered from Huntingdon to take this 6-point lead. 22 points in the fourth quarter. But still a shot for this Tornado team not to only tie the game, but to win the game thanks to the missed extra point, which is uncommon from a guy like Drew Ginsburg. You saw that kick was at the top of the flagpole, but it was just right. And it's no good as he'll boot it away for the Huntingdon Hawks, trying to escape with a big road win. Ginsburg trots up to the football, boots it away. A line drive kick, this time to Roberson inside the 10-yard line. Roberson scoops it up. He's going to feed it to 15, who's got room. There he goes. Down the left sideline. He's across the 35 to the 40 before he's dragged down. And a little hook and ladder there.
Oh, I loved it.
For the Tornadoes.
That was a gift. That was great, Coach. Good call.
That was Zion Tucker who took the pitch and took off, and Brevard is set up well at his own 43 with 1 minute and 6 seconds to play, down by 6.
All right, lads.
3 receivers to the right, and Grant spots and Taylor the second, and Douglas split out to the left. Beamish takes the snap, drops the throw, looking deep, fires deep to Shywan Grant. It's incomplete, too strong, as Beamish's pass is off the mark, intended for Shywan Grant. And it's 2nd and 10 with 1:02 to play. Good looking play there, just a little too much on the pass between Beamish and Grant. Beamish in the gun, Fontroy McDaniel on his left hip, 2 receivers to the left and the right. As Beamish takes the snap, Drops to throw, looks right, steps up in the pocket, fires across the middle to Grant. It's tipped around. It's caught by Adam Douglas. Oh, my word. Adam Douglas off 3 Hawks is able to haul it in at the 31. Oh, my gosh. Now a timeout called by the Tornadoes. Rick, what did we just see right there?
We saw an intervention. Somebody likes us. That was incredible. That ball bounced around up in the air, and you're just saying to yourself, well, there's the game. And then all of a sudden comes down in the Tornadoes' hands. That's great.
Douglas comes out of nowhere to catch that football at the 32. I mean, what can you even say about that? That ball was tipped around off the hands of Shywan Grant, off the hands of Gus Johnson, off the hands of Nathan Jones. Then it found the hands of Adam Douglas, who was able to catch the football at the 32. Now this changes, Rick. It looked like the Tornadoes were not getting anything going offensively. It looked like good defense again by Huntingdon, which it was.
Yes.
But Adam Douglas, the senior, is just has a nose for the football. I've said that many times today. That's just a guy that has a nose for the football. If he sees in the air, you better bet that he's going to at least try and catch it. That time he does. And with 55 seconds left, add the timeout, 1st and 10 Tornadoes.
We've seen Beamish go across the middle a lot.
We sure have.
I think we're due for going down the side.
2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left with ZFM in the backfield on his right hip. He takes the snap, drops the throw, pressure coming in. Beamish throws across the middle. Taylor the second, and it's caught inside the 10-yard line. And the Tornadoes set up with 50 seconds left. Tornadoes burn another timeout, and Brevard's inside the 10 at the 7. How quickly things can change. We saw Huntingdon score 22 points unanswered here in this 4th quarter. We just saw one of the most miraculous catches I've ever seen in my life to set Brevard up on its 32. Now a play between Beamish and Taylor the second to get Brevard inside the Huntingdon 10-yard line. Now, Rick, this also, it goes the other way.
Yes.
The Tornadoes, it's tricky because do you want to score with 45 seconds left?
Right.
But I don't think you can think that way. I think you got to get the points where you can get them.
Yeah, I agree
take
with
the
you.
lead, and go from there.
But we know what can happen that way. But you have to get the points. I mean, you can't just turn, say no, let's sit on the ball and wait. Nah, you're not going to do that.
Because then you get your backs up against the wall.
Right.
Now they might try and run it here from the 7, because worst thing that happens is the clock keeps moving and you're able to run another play.
Right.
So that might not be the worst idea. Let's see what the Tornadoes decide to do here. As Beamish in the huddle with his guys, 50.4 to go. Brevard has moved the ball down the field after a great return from Zion Tucker to put the ball at the Tornado 43. ZFM in the backfield here on 1st and goal. Tornadoes trail by 6 with under a minute to play. Douglas comes in motion the right side of the formation, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Beamish drops to throw. Looking middle, looking end zone, will float to the back of the end zone, goes through the goalpost intended for Adam Douglas. And the clock stops at 45.3 to go. And it'll be 2nd and goal for the Tornadoes. .45 seconds left, 2nd and goal for Brevard, down 6. I don't want to get ahead of myself, Rick, but how fitting would it be for Hayden Vandergrift to be able to punt through the kick that wins the game after he's had such a spectacular day in the kicking game?
Yep.
We'll get there when we get there. I won't get any further on that point. Play clock under 10. He puts Lane in motion the right side. Takes a snap. Looking right, looking left. Throws it back left side. Looking for Barnett. He can't get there. And a hit on Beamish as he released the football.
Tornado football.
Applying the pressure. And it's 3rd and goal. The fans holding a roughing the passer. I can't really blame them there. Look like that hit came after he released the ball.
As we say, tornado football, never a dull moment.
Certainly not. It's always fun with this group.
It is.
So 3rd and goal for Brevard from the Huntingdon 7-yard line.
Oof.
Beamish breaks the huddle. Play clock under 10 seconds. He gets his ducks in a row. Play clock under 5. Beamish shakes the shotgun snap. He'll hand it off ZFM, who gets across the middle. He's to the 2-yard line. He's down to the 1, and the clock will spin. And now Coach Kite burns his last time out, and, he's just thinking, man, I wish he got in there. He's a half yard short with 31.8 seconds to play. And it will be 4th and goal from the 1-yard line for the Tornadoes. It all comes down to this, Rick. All the backs and forths that we've had this game.
Yes.
It all comes down to this. Can the Tornadoes score the game-tying touchdown with the opportunity to take the lead, or will Huntingdon staying strong? And the better question is, what's the play call here? Do you try and go up the middle? In the short yardage, 4th down, 3rd down situations, I think that's probably what Mike Turk's telling his team.
Right.
They have thrown.
Yes.
In those short yardage situations.
Yes, they have.
And I think this is a situation where you just trust your gut and put it up the middle.
Yeah.
You got to get a half yard.
Right.
At the end of the day. So we'll see what the Tornadoes decide to do, Rick. But what a game this has been. What a day this has been. As you said, never a dull moment. Every game we've called here has been thrilling. And this is just another day at ISML Family Field. Nothing new for us, but it's always refreshing to get more of the same.
This is my first year doing this and with this team, and we've had a life experiences with these games.
Certainly.
Unbelievable.
As Brevard comes out, heavy formation with Josh Quinn out there, Blake Shepard as well. It comes down to this, 4th and 1, 4th and goal from the 1-yard line.
All right, Coach, you got anything up your sleeve? Are you going to be fancy, or are you just going to go?
31.8 to play. Beamish under center, ZFM in the backfield. The whole Huntingdon defense is crowding the line.
Yep.
Douglas out to the right. Beamish under center. He takes his snap. Handoff onto Roy McDaniel. He's met, and he is dragged down short of the goal line.
Yep.
And that's how this one's going to end.
That's where it ends.
Oh, man. I said that's what you got to trust your gut to do, and the Tornadoes just can't find the end zone. And Huntingdon will kneel this one out and head back to Alabama with a 32-26 win. That is a bummer, to say the least.
To say the least, yeah.
Hard-fought game. Another one of the Tornadoes led by multiple scores. But Huntingdon with 22 unanswered in this 4th quarter. Well, they're backed up against the goal line, so I don't know if we'll see a knee. Might try to run it once to get out of the end zone, but can't cough up the football. But it's 1st and 10 Huntingdon from their own 3-yard line with 27 seconds to play.
Yeah. Do you believe in miracles? We've seen a couple of them in this game already.
We'll see. I think Huntingdon will.
I don't expect one, but yeah.
You never know. I mean,
but you never know.
Adam Douglas' catch was a miracle, but it looks like a victory formation here for the Hawks. As a play clock under 10 seconds, White will just shove it forward and take a knee as the clock spins, and that's how this game will end. Huntingdon escapes Brevard with a 32-26 win over Brevard. In a game, Brevard led 26-10 entering this 4th quarter. Can't get the job done in the end. Rick, final thoughts on this contest?
Well, you can't fault Huntingdon. They did not give up. They came back. They played hard. The Tornadoes didn't give up either. They played a good game, but I think they could have. The next game, they'll be more focused, I promise you.
And, Rick, look at this right here. Rayshawn Williams greeted by all his former Huntingdon teammates. They all, as soon as the game ended, look, this whole team is coming towards Rayshawn on the sideline. That's cool to see.
That is awesome. That's
Williams.
sportsmanship.
That's what sports are all about.
It is.
Rayshawn Williams being greeted by his former teammates and his former coaches, now in different colors, but doesn't change that you're once part of a brotherhood, and that's what Rayshawn Williams is experiencing right now. So good for him. Too bad for Brevard. Fought hard, but could not come out with a win. But stick around. We've got women's soccer opening round of the USA South Conference tournament coming up at about 5 o'clock. Stay tuned for that. That'll be a lot of fun. The women's soccer team, an unbeaten regular season for the 2nd consecutive year, and looking to cap it off with the USA South Conference crown. That road to the championship starts at 5 o'clock. Mateus will have your call. Excited for him to have the opportunity to do that. And we will talk to you then. Brevard Falls 32-26 here at home against Huntingdon. We will talk to you later.